Blue canary in the outlet by the light switch, who watches over you? Make a little birdhouse in your soul, not to put too fine a point on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul. I have a secret to tell from my electrical well. It's a simple message and I'm leaving out the whistles and bells. So the room must listen to me, filibuster vigilantly. My name is Blue Canary, one note spelled L-I-T-E. My story's infinite, like the Longines Symphony. It doesn't rest. Blue Canary in the outlet by the light switch, who watches over you? Make a little birdhouse in your soul, not to put too fine a point on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul. I'm your only friend, I'm not your only friend, but I'm a little glowing friend. But really, I'm not actually your friend, but I am. There's a picture opposite me of my primitive ancestry, which stood on rocky shores and kept the beaches shipwreck free. Though I respect that a lot, I'd be fired if that were my job. After killing Jason off and countless screaming Argonauts, blue bird of friendliness, like guardian angels, it's always near. Blue canary in the outlet by the light switch, who watches over you? Make a little birdhouse in your soul, not to put too fine a point on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul. While you're at it, leave the night light on inside the birdhouse in your soul. Not to put too fine a point on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul. While you're at it, leave the night light on inside the birdhouse in your soul. Not to put too fine a point on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul. While you're at it, leave the night light on inside the birdhouse in your soul. Not to put too fine a point on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul.
She may contain the urge to run away, but hold her down with soggy clothes and breeze blows. Cetirizine, your fevers greet me again. Never kisses, or do you ever send a full stop? Do you know where the waffles go? They go along to take your honey. Way down how we build our breakfast down and say my love, love, love. La 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 la, muscle to muscle and toe to toe. The fear has gripped me, but here I go. My heart sings as I jump up. Your eye grips and as my heart is shutting up. Do you know where the wild things go? They go on undertake your honey. Bring down our sleep, build a breakfast, now let's eat my love, love, love. She bruises calls, she splutters pistol shots. Hold her down with soggy clothes and breeze blows. She's morphine, queen of my vaccine, my love, love, love. La la la, muscle to muscle and toe to toe. The fear has gripped me, but here I go. My heart sings as I jump up. Your anger turned as my eyes shutting up. can't contain the urge to run away, but hold her down with soggy clothes and breeze blocks. Germaline, disinfect the scene, my love, 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 but please don't go. I love you so, my lovely.
Hey chat, welcome back. Let's see if what's boss is doing. I think he is. Nope, I can't tell. Let's see. We got him. There we go. Let's see if I can hear myself. I think. There we go. There we go. I can hear myself. See. Good. Let's switch over. I was grinding in the harder modes while the song was playing.
What a memorable moment, Timekeeper! Don't forget to bring me next time.
Yeah. Okay. What are these? Gossip notes. So I need 800 for a call of the night. Oh, yeah, 2 oolongs. Peace. Old tickets. Okay, good to know.
Gather round, brothers and sisters. Let me tell you the legend of my mother, Lagartha, who defeated 2 bears on her own.
Let's see. There we go. Do some jam. Oh, we're getting him in the main battle then. Bulletin. Every soap. Let's do the survey while we're waiting to see a box of supply. There we go. This is her rank 3, which I already have. I wish I got full flutter plate, but I didn't, unfortunately.
Stay behind me. I'll keep us safe.
But yeah, so she's already project free at least. So.
What I'm good at. Just another shift. What I'm good at. Just another shift. This can't. Oh look. Laundry time. We stand together. 强梁既出，王有不为。
I like that kind of flat traditional Chinese style. It's always fun.
I don't get it. Oh, be careful.
So that okay? That does generate you. That's cool. So that extra attack does count. Now let's.
Please stay behind me. Qiangliang, please stay. What I'm good at.
Let's use.
Just another shift.
Yeah, why not you?
Be careful.
What is this for 5? Oh, hey, Blaze.
You are not welcome here. Rise and shine. You won't get away.
Yeah, we're getting some. Oh, we're getting some pretty good damage out of 32.
You are not welcome here.
One time of the survey that tells you a good team combo if you have them. We're doing big cat damage tonight, day boy. Go here. So then we're gonna self.
Please lend me your power. Oh look, this card should do. What I'm good at.
Let's do that.
I got this.
So teaches alt next turn.
We're not afraid of you.
It's also cool getting to test out her Psych Cube before I have it unlocked yet. Because right now I've been using Blasphemy over the night because I didn't have anything else.
Oh, be careful. Higher than the bell tower and deep in the clouds.
I know for Myth Babylon back in the day, it still is a video file because I don't know why. Probably because I couldn't get Yasa streaming in fast enough that without slow down. So you did a little stutter pause when it activates. Cause it doesn't slow down.
Oh, be careful. What are you doing? You are not welcome here.
Oh, if it's one could.
Please stay behind me. Qiangliang, you want me to? A perfect argument. It could be found. You won't get away. Oh, be careful.
Let's see. Are you fighting the Chinese and Jackie Chan? Right now we're hunting for a lost film reel. It was one of the main items stolen from the Foundation during the third storm. Or the second storm.
There's a bubble. Oh, be careful. Are you a rational numbers? Victory? Okay. But what does it mean to us? I mean, what does it prove?
Nice. That's 8 chapter like normal. That's good to know. We're at it. We've done a few rounds.
Alright, at least I done learned this time. I ain't gonna find that dessert store no more. nor the restaurant.
If we just get level up, Loggerhead. We're gonna need a lot more to level up fully.
Hi, it's club time. You want to grab a
Let's see.
drink?
Start. Mousetrap.
Scott! And so, officer, over here!
Again, it's Poitier. Have you seriously already forgotten my name? It's only been 3 hours.
Stun speed boost.
What's your status?
Couldn't find anything useful. Sorry.
Why do we
Heard
even
it was
hire
the
you?
investigators who came with me to track down the other missing items. You know, to cover up for Loggerhead. But so far, they haven't found anything. As for the person who stole the item, I haven't a clue.
Well...
Like you're lucky you're cute. They're lucky you're a
at
cute
least
kid,
there haven't
or
been
we
any
would have beat you.
reports of arcane explosions or earthquakes. No news is good news, right?
What about you? Any leads?
Miss Noah didn't take the film, but she refused to tell us anything about its curse or the former owner, He Rijun.
Looks like I'm the only one who has good news.
You do? What about?
The illegal trade of arcane items. You told me to keep an eye on it. I contacted my guy who tracks all that stuff. Told me about this trader called Pug Dog, a middleman in the black market.
Kind of redundant, but most
He
names
was
aren't.
pulled over for speeding this morning, but he actually paid the ticket right away. Can you believe that? I wouldn't be surprised if he shot the police car and ran away there.
An outlaw suddenly behaving himself. He must be up to something important. Something big enough to make him avoid getting into trouble over a speeding ticket.
No, do you know what you're supposed to do is
Officers
act
got
irate
the thing,
and
so they tracked him to
escalate.
this stolen
Always
car,
escalate
right?
apparently, according to the body cam footage.
Well, guess where it's headed? Here. Chinatown.
One of my favorite videos was this one girl who who tried to run over her boyfriend and nearly hit an Asian woman. Like this little small Asian woman in a parking lot. At the steps, he slipped into the dark alley, with no idea that the four silent pursuers are lurking nearby, hidden under the rookie Vigil's silent shadow arcane skill.
What's he doing?
Waiting for someone's my guess.
And they had to have an ambulance take her away because she
Middleman
was
for the
screaming
arcane
and
black
worming her way
market.
out so much.
So he probably has the cursed film. And now he's planning to sell it to someone. We should get him now, before the film's sold off. Come on, this is our chance.
Yeah, it's not the Char. Char and One Wick got into a fight over her.
Someone's coming.
Good evening, sir. I hope I didn't keep you too long.
You got the dough?
Of course.
Most inconspicuous person is a giant tank of a wheelchair riding down the alleyway.
It's an envelope. Looks pretty thick.
Portier is right. Pug Dog takes the envelope and puts a handful of bills from it before nodding in satisfaction.
All here. Don't you worry, alright? You can trust me. Everyone in LA knows Pug Dog.
Not a good thing. He stuffs the buzzable envelope back in his pocket before pulling an item from his jacket.
Here's your stuff.
The item cuts an arc through the darkness, landing precisely in Nora's waiting hand.
Ha! I like customers like you. Generous and to the point. Alright, I'm out of here. Pleasure doing business with you. And hey, feel free to call me again.
He scans the area before turning back to Nora, lowering his voice.
Seeing as you're a good customer of mine, here's a bit of advice. Watch your back on the way out of here.
What do you mean?
I don't know, old black lady told me now, today, I don't know, yesterday, she was like, beware of those
Sorry to
cities, they'll stab you in the back.
But neither one of you will be making your own way home. Miss Noah, Pug Dog. I'm afraid you'll be coming to the Arcane Affairs office with me.
Fucking cop!
Get wrecked.
Field check complete. Move carefully. Copy that! Let me check my rails first. Please
There we go.
stay behind me.
Oh, so I should do these two of her items. I gotta go at the next turn.
A week. No, my film. Please stay back. Easy lah.
We're gonna kill him this turn. Yep. What does I get for leveling her up so much?
Ow! Easy! Easy!
Shut up and stay down.
But the attempt to fight back has been utterly useless.
Miss Noah, could you show me what he gave you?
Go ahead.
She hands a dusty gray box to Ling. Inside is an ordinary-looking film reel, but Lev can feel the vessel containing Quinlan's aura growing against her skin.
Super 8 millimeters. This must be it. Reunion of the three swallows. He Zhijun's final work. The culprit behind the strange happenings in Chinatown.
I wonder if there was a same kind of final work made with the tin toy, like some kind of agony happened to make it so powerful to bind someone like Ansanala to
That was
it.
easier than expected. Half a day and we've already tracked it down. Now all we gotta do is stop it from doing its arcanemy thing. But
How annoying.
Smash it?
Would Arcane police force obviously be when it comes to doing the paperwork? Before Lane can respond, Nora's voice, a polite opposition.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I have to admit, Miss Noah's right. Arcane items need to be handled with the utmost care. No one knows what will happen once it's broken. We could make things worse.
Fine. Let's take these two back to the office first. On your feet, tough guy. We gotta go.
They handcuff
Damn it! How'd you
Noir as
find
he falls
me?
out of her
Some
chair like that
asshole
one
sell me
dude.
out?
Pug Dog is yanked from the ground. He reluctantly follows Potier, grumbling, cursing under his breath. But as he passes Lang, he stops.
Wait. You!
He stares. Not at her precisely, but the figure cowering behind her.
It was you! You fucking traitor! I should have known you were working with the cops!
Loghead tilts her head in confusion.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Wait, let me explain. This is just a misunderstanding.
Ah, the
Don't
Girl
worry
Scouts, they're always
about it.
behind everything.
You're right. There has been a misunderstanding between you and him. Allow me to explain.
God had to have a
You
sky
never
relief.
had the intention of betraying him, nor were you working with us. You simply gave him the item you wanted to sell. That's it.
Ooh, plot twist. Now we will beat the child. The fight out. I got a screenshot. This is absurd. Just pulling a knife on a woman in a wheelchair. Priceless. Just beautiful. Oh, it's in the studio. That was in the room next door. You're standing there. Then I'm at the restaurant. Then I'm at the studio. Then I'm on the gate. Yeah, that's cool. It's a lot, guys. Like, it's fun. It reminds me of the old Thomas the Tank Engine sets you would have. The projector is gone away. Hooray. Ah. Sorry, Ty, for all sniffles, allergies, and all.
What? What do you mean?
Lughead turns to her friend, then to the pet dog, then back to Lang. She remains totally unexpressed.
The truth was always there, hidden beneath the lies and distractions. All you have to do is whittle them down, one by one. The probable cause of the events in Chinatown is the reunion of the Three Swallows film reel, and apparently, Miss Noah has a history with it.
And yet, their significance to this history remains unclear. Lang's glance at Noah only to meet with a signature unremarkable smile. Unreadable.
But Miss Noah doesn't have anything to do with the Foundation. There's no way she could sneak into the ACD and steal the film. The same goes for this gentleman or any other outsider. So, the thief who wants Miss Latham to take the fall must work for the Foundation. In fact, since they stole the item without being noticed, they probably work for the ACD. And they must be close to Miss Latham to know enough about her amnesia to be able to take advantage of it.
That makes sense.
But loads of people at the ACD know about my condition. You can't pin it on Scott just from that.
Word of her attending ever cheerful Longhead takes a horse. She stumps her feet and turns to her friend.
That's way too harsh, right, Scott? Right? Scott? Say something, will you?
Scott pulls off the mask like a faceless man and sees a 50-year-old dude. Scott only stares to the floor as he tries to calm her quivering breath. How long have you known?
How long have you known?
Sorry. Scott has finally managed to force out a few words.
Since Miss Latham said you were good friends, with all due respect, your plan was far from perfect.
I knew it. You brought me along so this guy would call me out.
After a long sigh, Scott lifts her head and speaking with resigned kind of ease.
You're right. I messed up. My plan was far from perfect.
Wow, the one person who isn't Matilda's fan is probably a fake.
The so-called plan since the very beginning. I didn't know the Foundation was already investigating the theft until after I'd hidden the items in Loggerhead's room. Then I had no choice but to use this idiot as the scapegoat. I never thought she'd accidentally bring the film to LA, or that I'd be ordered to investigate the case. I got in touch with this guy a long time ago, and the trade site happened to be in LA too. So, my plan was to get the film back and sell it right afterwards. But things didn't go as smoothly as I thought.
Batman.
I shouldn't have gotten greedy, or been so nice to this dummy. She
shoots a piercing glare at Loggerhead before quickly looking away whenever out of The strain of avoidance is unclear.
But we're friends, aren't we?
Her voice is fragile, brittle. Scott stutters with a scoff.
Friends? Don't be ridiculous. I don't know how you can act like nothing's wrong when literally everyone is laughing at you. And the fact that they thought that I was one of your kind.
Just a human, I
What an
guess?
insult. I only hung out with you because I had no choice.
Cope and Steve.
You're an idiot who forgets everything every 3 days. It's your own damn fault. Anyone looking for a scapegoat would immediately think of you.
Quit it. I don't want to hear any more of your BS.
Don't I take it as hilarious? Scott scoffs once more, returning her look to you for a second.
Hands up, Miss Scott. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Wait. You're still going to fight?
Chinatown Alley Night. Hey, let's meet the child.
Field check complete. Move carefully.
She doesn't have the real anymore. How can she still summon these monsters? She's deeply corrupted. These ghost plagues have leased onto her. She didn't summon them. They were always lurking with her. Get away. Stay back. This isn't over. I haven't made her acknowledge me. I still have a plan. Wait, does he do this all so Matilda would notice her senpai? Her mind is starting to unravel already. Pote, we have to take her down now. Let's see.
Please stay behind me. Let me check my rails first.
Yeah. That way someone wasn't.
Oh, so that's what happened.
My responsibility.
Help me! Anyone?
Okay.
Please stay.
强梁
Please.
强梁既出，王有不为。
Ah, better. How does that pop on the back of my neck? Inside my neck.
Awaken.
We've only watched two. We've only been 1.5 story segments have been watched since you've been gone.
Case closed. I'll be sure to write a report and put it.
Well, yeah, Scott betrayed them. Scott was the one behind the robbery. At least Scott gives her resistance leg and pushes her towards Potier's patrol car parked around the corner. They're about to step out of the alley. Lockhead cuts out.
Wait! Scott! I have to know, why did you steal from the Foundation?
Does it matter?
Scott turned back, coldly laughing in
Would
disbelief.
it feel better if I had a reason? Oh, please. Your ignorant, stupid little brain makes me sick.
You ignorant
For
slut!
some money, of course. And to prove to the others that I'm not a bloody fool like you.
She starts acting like a
Imagine
Boondock
the
character.
shock on their faces when they discovered that I did what none of them could. Those so-called unbreakable arcane security skills were easy to deal with as long as I...
Her word trail off, puzzled and expression crosses her face.
You what? How did you bypass the Foundation security?
I don't remember. That's weird. How could I forget? All I remember is that an office lady talked to me in the corridor.
An office lady? When? What did you talk about?
She showed me something. It was a bit dazzling, but very beautiful. It was...
Marcus hypnotized her on the side.
Oh, right. It was a...
Did another child die? A razor sharp needle sliced through the air, cutting for an instant. She raised a dozen hands, her fingertips seizing the foreign object lodged in her throat, not understanding why her voice was suddenly vanished. By the time she realized she can no longer breathe, her eyes roll back and she falls to the ground. Damn, she's dead. Sounds fall in the starlit alley, then another flash of silver whistles by. What?
What?
A sharp pain blooms in the palm. She looks down, and a dark silver needle pierces at the film strip from her grasp. The reel rolls across the ground, sucking her in the darkness until a glove picks it up and brushes it off.
Still intact. You've got no idea how long I've been looking for this.
You're...
Hey there, kid. We meet again.
A once famous star smiles at Lang with an easily friendly charm.
Scott!
No fucking way. Is she dead?
Buska's dead.
But I doubt she can hold on much longer. I'll call an ambulance, and we're gonna need backup.
I was smoke detector going off. Loghead screams, Plug Dog cries, Odesee tense voice, all ringing in Lang's mind. Lang's rationality has already grasped the reality of the situation, but her emotions are rushing to her, sharp at the conclusion into unclear words, shaped in unclear words.
Why are you doing this?
When Loghead poses a question to Scott, Lang had a question the inquiry. There is no need to ask why evil chooses to do evil. What is wrong is wrong. Evil must be eradicated. Ghost plague must be purged. There is a doctrine drill in Loghead's childhood, but now she finds herself forced to act the same thing.
Tell me. I need a reason.
It's my old friend that you should be asking.
Lang watches as Zing's smile fades and her face turns steely.
Long time no see. Nor.
Yeah, it's been a while. The last time we saw each other was in front of her grave, if memory serves. We really should keep in touch more often.
I guess he's not pie-faced. A child is dying in front of her. The air in the alley is sharp as a needle. Nora continues to smile, but a weird lurk behind her eyes.
But you've gone too far this time, my friend.
She glances at Scott's fallen body and gently shakes her head.
This isn't part of our story.
This isn't a set, Director. It's not your call.
She raises a hand and the flash of silver pierces through the darkness.
Careful!
A leap forward, deflects the needles, and stands firm in front of the wheelchair. Zing shows no surprise. She narrows her eyes a little as she foresaw this outcome.
That's the spirit. This should be fun with you here, little Vigil. Let's all play our roles, shall we?
To be continued. A random scrap of paper in its fold, a nod in its owner's boredom during a long meeting. To Petra. This letter was tucked inside a folder of interrogation records. It appeared to have been exchanged silently between two Vigil agents during an interrogation. The two distinct handwritings reflect the unspoken dialogue. She tight upper lip about it, but she still seems unaware that we already figured out everything. Fascinating, like a mouse in a lab experiment, arrogant yet clueless. There's still one thing left to figure out. What exactly did she learn to crack the anti-thief arcane skill? All her lies and disguise fall apart under scrutiny, but she hasn't given us a single clue about this. Even our artificial ambulance can't uncover anything. Could it just be a sheer dumb luck? Disappointing. I taught you better. Never rely on millions to come to one conclusion. Always consider the more plausible scenario. You mean she's being controlled by someone else, and they erased her memories so that she can betray them? Exactly. The slippery merchant gave up Scott, but there's no way a minor employer could pull off something like this. Probably could pull off something like this. Rejoice, we've been hooked a big fish. Oh, so letting her go? Yes, but not without loosening her strings first. Understood. Notify Miss Pierre that I trust he'll ensure Miss Scott feel completely at ease from some subtle adjustments. Good. You're reliable as said Billy. The second writer seemed to be able to reply. The only hesitation in the pen. So underground bunker crack set. Lights, screens, lit eye. Lit screens, lit eyes. Oh, random battle. Nice.
Filter complete. Move carefully.
Good. Very good. I've been waiting for this moment. The time has come for you to uphold your duty, Miss Vissel. I won't hold back, Zing.
Whew. Please stay behind me. Zoom in. My responsibility.
That's better. I'll stand up for 1 second. Oh, unfortunately, we won't see her ult. No, that's sweet. We can actually. That's fun.
This isn't over yet. Let me check my rear. Please stay behind.
The way that altar was animated. I changed the undercover of my bed, and now my bed is actually simple. Yeah. Like I said, I sleep on several blank. I sleep on 2 comforters because over my bed, instead of the blank, so you can find it more comfortable. Wait, don't let your guard down. She's kid. She's still not down yet. What? This power? It doesn't look like hers.
Your first-hand experience is our best advertisement.
Lit screens, lit eyes. The hell?
The hell? I thought movie stars were just empty suits.
Their volleys are nearest for the air. Zen stands at the center of the alley, Froze seemingly trapped between Val and Porter. She skillfully uses her positioning to her advantage. Neither of the officers can risk injuring the Ever by firing their guns or using arcane skills, leading the battle as a deadlock.
We're not going to last much longer. I have to do something. Podie, cover me! 强梁既出，王有不为。
With Rosalezzo Quinn in her hand, Lynn recites the ancient incantation, every syllable clear and deliberate. This is the beginning of the incarnation. Lynn knows that the more silver needles come flying at her at any moment.
斩杀凶旧。
For a brief moment, hesitation creeps over her. As a child, I sat before down the screen and watched this figure over and over again. Her eyes filled with admiration, but her mimic, her crane. But she never imagined that one day these dazzling silver needles would be aimed at her.
小姐不行。
Yet still sparked the final word of the incarnation. With the words an incarnation contract will be upheld, and Zalin beasts will be called to devour evil and the right to descend to the Ling's family. At least that's what's supposed to happen.
What?
The allies remain an empty cell as it was before.
Hey! Rookie, watch out!
Oof. Someone puts her aside and sees the ground hard, a flash of silver sound sweeping. The blood, body falling, and cycle sensation of warm chaos. The events that follow are hazy in Lynn's memory. Treated it over. Stand firm. A sharply represents the Saturn over the haze.
That's
A familiar courtyard, a man with a familiar family. In front of him, a little girl stands on a horse, feet rolling down the floor, her legs. The man, over comes back down with the young girl.
不像样，和你讲了多少次，要沉肩坠肘，心静体松。
The two head peek over the courtyard while giggling and whispering.
看，他就要撑不住了。活该，谁叫他向老师告密的？
The boy makes a goofy face, and the girl holding the stance. The girl already is off to finally use the both of her.
疏于练功，三心二用。
You don't come
你
in
带动
here
了多少？
disrespectful.
以这
You're
样的
lazy. How could
强
you
梁又如何能服从你？
going to quit?
继续站，我等一会儿过来
Get
检
up.
查。
I'll get you back
扎
there.
不稳马步
We，can take it
今
some
天
down
晚上就
and
不要
we'll
吃
be
饭了。
late to her tonight. The man, her father, shakes his head in disappointment and walks away, leaving the girl gasping for breath on the ground.
走吧，走吧，没
Let's
意
go.
思。
She's going to be there all day. Want to go to the theater?
要不要去录像厅？好呀，去街角那家吧。今天他们家放神秘警
Going
探
around
费
the corner
利器。
playing Detective 07 today. The children hop down from the wall, laughing as they scurry off.
我也想去录像厅。
No one has heard her voice.
I remember it now. I hated Qiangliang when I was little. Father was always trying to teach me something about the 12 Zhenzi, the master of Qiangliang, fighting the wicked and dispelling evil, fulfilling the duty of my inheritance. I was only a child. It was all too difficult for me to understand. The other kids hated me. I was a traitor, a class president who took the side of the adults and enforced the rules. They'd all hang out and have fun together, while I was left alone. I envied them. Their lives were simple. I wanted that.
Classic cleaner.
一角、两角、五角。
Okay, so this. Leaving lights mapped on the ground, she pictures stars amidst the broken porcelain half. A sadder face stares at her innocently.
对不起，小猪。
Sorry, Piggy. She gently brushes her fingers over the face and gestures of comfort or a faint wail.
That day, a dissipate father gathered up all my savings and headed to the theater. That was the first time I watched Detective CO7.
This is the most redneck theater I've ever seen.
Amazing. But I knew it was just fiction. Just an escape. It wouldn't change anything in my real life. Once the movie was over, I'd have to go back to the same home I had just left. I didn't want to leave. So I stayed in my seat for the closing credits. But the lights didn't come on when the credits ended. Rather, the silver screen lit up again and played something. It was an interview with Miss Qixing.
奇星小姐，有好多小朋友中意你嘅作品，將你視為佢哋嘅英雄。但另一方面，唔少成年觀眾覺得你所飾演嘅警探C07每一次都可以擊敗壞人嘅結局太過理想化，缺乏真實感。對於呢方面，你有咩睇法呢？你覺得呢點係咪警探C07系列嘅遺憾啊？
現實世界已經夠殘酷，所以我哋先會喺電影世界入面尋求一個圓滿嘅結局。 一個善有善報、惡有惡報嘅理想世界。如果連喺大銀幕上面，我哋都唔可以相信正義同埋公理，咁我哋仲可以相信啲咩啊？ C07係正義嘅代言人，係鋤強扶弱、匡扶正義嘅英雄。無論面對點樣嘅危機或者險境，佢都可以帶俾大家期望嘅圓滿結局。我希望我哋嘅電影同埋 C07呢個角色，可以帶俾銀幕前嘅觀眾力量同埋勇氣。或者唔係每個人都可以喺現實世界成為一個真正鋤強扶弱嘅戰士，畢竟呢一條路好難行。但係我希望可以通過我哋嘅電影同埋 C07呢個角色，至少令大家成為喺生活中為自己身邊嘅人帶嚟圓滿結局嘅英雄。
It was just a short interview like any other. But I still remember every word she said. As the master of Qiangliang, you must use your power to fight the wicked and dispel evil. It is your duty to maintain the peace of the world. Qiangliang, the powerful being that had always been a blur to me, suddenly became clear. I realized that I could be more than just a hero who creates happy endings for herself and the people around her. I could be the hero who creates happy endings for everyone, just like CO7. She was right. Not everyone can do that, but I could. Because I was Yue of the Liang family, the master of Qiangliang. On that day, the burden that had been crushing me suddenly became a blessing. So, what went wrong?
Demon's face and never silver flaps bang them back to reality. A siren ambulance, blood everywhere, blood. It seeps through the fabric of her uniform, drenching her hands. She hears someone shouting.
Stay with me, Odesee, please. Why did you do that? I thought you hated me. People always hate me.
Could you tell him?
You could tell, huh?
Kind of like James. It's hard to tell. They don't really get too much detail about it. I think it is roughly like James Bond.
Forget it. We just didn't know you yet.
Odesee? No. Please, Odesee!
Ugh, will you shut up? I'm not dead yet.
When we dated him out for. A thunder smack unbearable from the flame confines of the bedroom. Ling jerks awake from her nightmare. Ling has some frothing days as she couldn't look around and taking in those scenic walls of white in the hospital room.
What the hell are you doing sleeping on my thigh, huh?
Oof.
My leg's gone numb. And clean up the drool on your chin.
What? I'm sorry.
Just kidding, boo. You're not drooling. Alright, turn on the TV for me. I was bored out of my mind waiting for you to wake up.
Yeah, it's Russ week. Yeah, they're gonna kill her off at the halfway through the story arc. Okay, so we got brief hydration check chat. Go get some water. My water fell out. I'm gonna go grab some. That's how it always is when I was meeting with my friends for lunch once. I was like, it's been like 7 minutes, he's not here yet. Let me go quickly take a leak. I do. Come on, I see him waiting for me. That's how it always is. So do you go to the bar or something?
No, I just went to go pick something up.
So quick recap. They set up a trap for a local smuggler. Found out that he was trying to give selling the cursed tape to Noir, and then you find out that Scott, that little girl that we were making jokes about for boot camp, was after the one who betrayed them and was the one who stole her in the first place. Then the ex-actress friend of Noir fought them and stabbed Potier. Now they woke Potier and now woke up in the hospital. There's it right there. This make the woman in a wheelchair. Guy with knife. What's this say? I'm thinking for this chapter too. Oh. I added Dr. Lug because he wanted to know if I was streaming tonight, but he didn't respond.
Chinese food? You must.
I think he might be passed out. I think he might be passed out because I can tell that he was drunk earlier. Because I get drunk text chat from multiple people.
Almost 20 suspects in the holding cell were injured. Most were found unconscious at the scene and are now in critical condition at the hospital. The victims include arcane black market dealer Castor and Chicago gang leader Jason the Coyote, both of whom have since been
Why do you... I don't know, when I think of a coyote, I think of, like, like a Texas mobster or New Mexico, because, Border Patrol.
Cameras out of the way! Out of the way! The ambulance needs to come through!
The important thing is that Pote is alive so he can give me some brown sugar. Okay, one lick.
My skin! It burns! Help! Help! Whoever you are who did this! Just
Oh, on the bright side, not that one Brazilian nightclub that caught on fire. That, the fumes made people's skin melt.
Oh yeah, that was fucked up when that happened.
The cursing wailing rains man reporting echoes in the distance send chills.
The fire is speculated to have been started by a victim of a night piercer attack who displayed signs of mental instability.
In LA? No, that can't be.
Similar incidents
no way.
At the Lieber Street Detention Center and the Chinatown Police Station. The situations at both sites are similarly concerning. It has been reported that the Division of Arcane Affairs is considering the potential connections between these incidents. The mysterious figure behind the unresolved night piercer attacks remains their top suspect. As with the previous attacks attributed to the night piercer,
Dr. Love, what mean that? Dr. Love asked me about streaming earlier in Cal server, so I told him, and he said he...
Support for the figure is dwindling as concerns for safety rise. In response to ongoing skepticism regarding the lack of resolution of the Night Piercer case, Deputy Chief Eldon of the Division of Arcane Affairs stated during the press conference that...
What did you have to mean the Cubans don't drink? Is that like a cultural thing?
I like cocaine more simple.
She yanked the IV needle from her hand and grabbed her uniform.
Look, I passed out for half a day and Chi Shing's already turned the city into her personal playground? Grab your stuff, rookie. We're hitting the road.
We see, Nora. They're more used to doing cocaine, not drinking.
True.
What? Or something?
Pote stopped only once he notices Ling still sitting motionless. Ling pauses her lips, suggesting to speak under potential skeptic
Deputy
gaze.
Chief Eldon took us off the case. It was an official order.
Oof.
Damn,
few
the
hours
white
earlier.
police chief is like, no.
Blackie gang got it.
Early this
Sorry,
morning,
my sister
Constance
Queen.
Scott,
This
a
won't.
staff member of the Foundation's Arcanum Containment Department, was assaulted during an illegal arcane object trade. She's still in critical condition. Forensic Services has confirmed.
See, I was right. Thank you, Juan.
Found at the scene of the attack matched those left by the suspect in the ongoing.
Also, Blaze, we're talking about Cuban Americans. Those fucking full Cubanos. They're still Cuba. No, they don't do that shit. But
Also, I've seen what shit Castro looked like. I bet he did. He probably kept all the drug for himself.
Named Xi Xing, a 29-year-old former movie actress from Hong Kong. She played the lead role in the Detective CO7 series, where she gained a reasonable amount of fame. She was in a few more.
What is a reasonable amount of fame?
She officially retired from acting a few years ago.
I guess known for
BAU's come to the conclusion.
Fuck, I gotta think of it because most actors usually have more than that.
I say a reasonable amount of fame would be, maybe you go out and like 3 people recognize you, and can pinpoint exactly what movie you're from.
Perhaps.
In short, we have a vigilante on our hands. Thanks to a minor mistake from the Foundation's Arcanum Containment Department, we also have a dangerous arcane item. A cursed film reel called Reunion of the Three Swallows, somewhere in the city. Liang has confirmed that Constance Scott, the staff member who was assaulted by Qi Xing yesterday, is the perpetrator of the theft. As you're all aware, there's been an explosion in mental disorders in Chinatown. We now know that their source is the cursed.
You sure that isn't just from the parents being overbearing?
I was gonna make a joke saying, what was Hassan Piker visiting Chinatown after Japan?
Having learned about the history behind this arcane film, we have reason to believe that obtaining it was one of her motives. Since the film's been in her possession, there have been multiple assaults.
They find that they've actually played the film reel of just Loser Valentine's torture puke movie, whatever it's called.
This time, the victims
fucking vomit gore shit.
Yeah.
As the victims of the film.
That are the one with the free junkies in
The
it.
suspect is able to control the film's power to some extent, and she's using it to commit escalating crimes at a much higher frequency. We need to act before the situation gets out of control. Reinforcements from the Foundation and the Vigils Bureau are already on the way. We will do whatever we can to protect our city before they arrive.
He pauses a moment. He sweeps his gaze over to the office before him.
James, Carter, I'm putting you on the case. You'll be taking direct orders from me.
Do you like the story, the game? Like, if you vibe with something, you vibe with something. That's all. That's all good. But do you like the story, the gameplay? Because my friend,
I already know what it is.
Oh no, my friend, my coworker, he liked the gameplay, but he kept the game on mute the entire time, so he didn't have to hear the constant talking.
You and Poitier saw that something was going on in Chinatown, and started an investigation yourselves. You found the culprit behind the ACD theft, and stopped an assault that could have ended much worse. You've done a great job. But there's one key thing you failed to do. You had a chance to apprehend the Night Piercer right then and there, but somehow she slipped through your fingers. According to your report and the witnesses' statements, you failed to summon your legendary beast when you confronted the suspect. As a result, not only did the suspect get away, but your partner sustained an avoidable
the third version of And I Become a Monster.
Oh my.
We need to get the trilogy.
Sorry, Liang, but you don't make the cut. The two of you will be excluded from the operation.
See, this is an inspiring story because we have two minority women rising up against the white establishment and the police force to do their thing.
You can't cut us out. This is our case.
Yeah, it's very subversive.
No.
There had never been the Night Pisser. Oh my goodness, boss, have you been going around LA?
Miss Putty,
No
but if you feel
way.
fine, the doctor said you had to stay in bed for at least a few days.
The name's Poitier, and I'm fine, okay? Stop trying to...
It would have been nice funny if they put like a big clank sound. Facts speak louder than words. Laying gently leaves her back to her bed. Oh, time about to resist.
Damn it.
You know, when she said, I'm Poitier and I'm fine, it reminded me of that one point in
Tang Leng, was it?
Ace Attorney Apollo Justice, where he's like, I'm Apollo Justice and I'm fine.
That's what he says every morning in the mirror so he can get it.
Hesitation and refused my summon. You see,
Before he goes to work, I'm fine, I'm not good, I'm not great, I'm just fine.
Desires with an unwavering heart, it can turn on them.
I heard the detective gave me my little Japanese name, that's pretty good.
Happen again. I promise.
Yeah, the fucking puns.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I guess like. I remember if the. I think only the Xbox and PlayStation version had the secret ending. Where obviously something like the original Lego set thing.
I'll continue with the investigation. I need to find Qixing.
What? But that angry grandpa
Well, like
already
Apollo?
pulled off the case.
Kind of. I think my Angry
do
Grandpa. Oh, that's a crossover I wasn't expecting.
What
Oh wow.
Because of your duty to fight evil as the master of
See,
Qian
the
Liang?
gameplay, I didn't like the story very much. The side quest, I enjoyed the most. Well, I heard the gameplay was good. Like I said, my coworker said he liked the gameplay, and like I said, he just turned off all the voices so you could enjoy the puzzles in peace.
My duty as a member of the Liang family.
Hey, Mabel.
In the spirit of CO7. But now, Qianliang has ignored my summon, and Qixing has turned out to be anything but a hero. They were once the beacons of my life, but not anymore. This could be a setback.
Once upon a time, there was light in her life, and now she's only in the dark.
It could be an
What can she say? As a total eclipse of her
For
heart.
the first time in my life, I can think about what I really want without having to consider anything else.
You know what, Rookie? It always grinds my gears when you talk about your duty and all that stuff. But what you're saying now, I like it.
Aren't you going to stop me?
Why would I? It's our case, isn't it? There's nothing wrong with doing our job. If Eldon bitches about it, just tell him you bumped into the Crook when you were strolling around the
Let's
city.
sequel to Elden Ring.
Seriously?
Oh my.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, is there? So what's the game plan, huh? What are you gonna do?
This scene again? I must have done a dozen takes already, right?
And they'll do a dozen more if Kubrick, if Cripple Kubrick has anything to say about it.
Of course he is. Anyone would be nervous if they knew a wanted criminal could show up at any time and mess you up with Arcanum. Eldon tried to keep the details of the case a secret, but that director from Hong Kong told her crew about it as soon as she came back. I mean, I guess they have the right to know. And to run. Half of the extras got the hell out as fast as they could. And look at the other half. They're too nervous to work.
I know. Hey, that's the Vigil's cadet, isn't it? What's she doing here?
Sounds like a hat. Oh, loading a CG, that's why.
Elvis said you're here to
Anyway,
help, is that right?
Funny enough, with some changes, the photo just could have been
We
Apollo
could really
2.
use a hand right now. Come, let's get you in costume.
How many Ace Attorneys have you played, boss?
All of them.
Ah. I was the one with the red head. And the weird computer program.
Dual Destinies.
Yeah, was that any good? Cause I played the demo of that years ago.
It's alright.
Ah,
I'm
stuff
more
my
than
legs.
happy to help. But first, I have something important to ask you.
Right to the point this time. I see.
I don't think there's any need to tiptoe around each other anymore. Could you answer me directly this time? What happened between you, Qixing, and He Rijun, the creator of Reunion of the Three Swallows? How did she die? Why do you
Well, I started banging my boyfriend, so I ran over with my car, inadvertently breaking my legs and killing her.
God damn.
What do you plan to do with
Speaking of broken legs, we need to watch. Oh, okay. We need to watch whatever happened to Baby Jane.
To Qixing, I'm
I don't
probably
think I
just
have.
another fan.
Oh, that's a good movie.
But to me, she and her character means something.
It's about Betty Davis plays a washed up actress who washed up child actress who's living with her crippled sister,
Miss Noah,
and can't stand and despises her, so she likes her life a living hell. Although I say this, the sucks. It is annoying most of the game until Kratos leaves
you want
Harlem.
to know more about her? To peek behind the scenes, learn what really happened behind all the movie magic. I told you it's not a good idea. We create works not just to
Yeah, I
express
was saying this, I didn't
ourselves,
notice
but to
that the
entertain.
twine, but the dual
And when we
destiny
release them to the
does.
public,
Oh.
open ourselves to all kinds of commentary.
Dual destiny as in Apollo,
Rebellious
as in the Eternity games. I'm trying to figure out what he meant by that.
But the people behind the characters, behind the production, they are not for entertainment. Their lives are not fiction.
Is that a no?
I haven't finished. Though I don't advocate trying to cross the line between on and off screen, if we cast aside your relationship as fan and actress and treat you simply as individuals, saying I want to know more about you sounds rather beautiful. It's touching, really. I'll answer your questions, Miss Liang. Follow me.
Let's see. Chapter 16. Oh, first to read this. New reports. Some old fences, old work. Based on the latest Visual Bureau guidelines on recent Arcana-related violence, modifications and updates have been made to warrant and relied on Fourth Department. Details of the following: Wanted, scene, codename Night Piercer, threat level raised to A. Last seen in Los Angeles surrounding area. Any local investigation encounters this individual must notify the Vegas Bureau. Visual Bureau. Let's see, wanted, revoked, confirmed deceased. Who is? Oh, Maximus, Maximilian. He was in, I think Florida Golden City? Kimberly. Cause the name, obviously Kimberly was, saved, revoked. Forget me not, officer of Management Dictate, threat level A, capture and detain upon encounter, then immediately contract the Zolberg agent for additional, submit reports. Submit reports means. That was a good one. Before the spotlight.
Our story began 11 years ago. Life was tough, as it is for all young artists.
Cicero struggling hardest from the hood.
Like the beginning of many stories,
Oh my.
there was a kind of beauty in it.
They poor struggling Poor bisexual Atlantic. Never knew your director made us pass with her debut movie, New Wit. Beasts are excellent foundation, but may have reached a little too far with bizarre thing. With some practice, our darling approach is private too much for the general audience to appreciate. Maybe the disappointment box office performance and leaving it to the title Knew It. How can you say that? You got no taste. Oh, that's cool, Mabel. She simply tosses the newspaper on the table and sounds loud FUD. So when you're currently short or medium length, then I guess compliments are inverted comparisons. I'll sell more tickets, but that's not exactly my strong suit.
Noah?
Is that you?
Noah?
We're surprised. It's good to see you again. Silly. Teresa, what are you doing here? You came back to Hong Kong?
Teresa, or as you know her by He Rijun, was a dear friend of mine, the scriptwriter of Detective CO7 and the creator of the cursed film.
Of course she's Chinese, boys.
She's born in Hong Kong. They talk about her being up. We got to read. Oh wait, never mind. Blaze in here earlier. But yeah, no, this is an event even though this event takes place in Chinatown, LA. This is about mostly people are born in China or Hong Kong.
Teresa and I met while we were studying abroad at the film academy. We took the same scriptwriting class. We didn't talk much at first. She always sat in the corner on her own. I only got to know her
cool. Mabel, cool.
Teacher showed a script
Long hair, nice.
Thing to make it
What's this?
Work.
White doves in slow-mo.
Oh my goodness, you're right. I waited my White Dove slow-mo title on Anzanawa.
Her stories could strike a balance
What a shame.
between the details and the big picture.
So to be fair, a John Woo movie taking place in fucking Brazil would be hype.
Oh yeah. It would be like that one movie
when we met again at the
Elite Trooper, the prequel to Elite Trooper, but on crack.
I'd been looking for.
Yeah.
At that time, she was an editor at a small press.
The closest thing to it would probably be like a new John Wick movie in Brazil or something, but I doubt they're gonna do that because that's a little redundant.
Well, yeah, it all depends if. Well, for John Wick, I think he's done with the doing mainline movies. That's why they're switching over to side characters like the ballerina, which take place in the universe of John Wick. With the because of the Mata, with the guy named after the drink. The script is remarkable, even better than I expected. Let's show this.
So we had the script, but we couldn't decide who would play the heroine. We held endless auditions, even considered some famous actresses, but none of them fit. Until that night.
What do you think of today's calendar? The last one seems okay to me. Candid, why do they look? No, she's missing that edge. You can see it too, right? We're not making home lemonade from lemons. At least I'm not. I'm kicking your ass. Got a problem with that, pervert? She would have been, so she's 29. She's like 11 years ago. She's like just turned 18, or roughly 18 for a little bit. The thief.
哎呀，大鑊啦！今次嗰兩個古惑仔附近出晒名，
You don't decide to live in the neighborhood. They won't let you out of the hook like that.
知你睇唔慣佢哋對個靚女行住
Oh, he's definitely part of the cartel.
但係人哋都唔出聲啦，你嬲咩啫？你咁搞法之後我點做生意啊？唉，今鋪真係俾你累死啊，阿星！
得啦，事頭。
Don't worry, boss. I'll quit.
佢哋
Because
再
they
就叫佢
come
哋嚟
out
搵我。
to find me.
嗱，鋪頭鎖
Here's
匙。
my key. Remember to open
你記
early.
得早啲離開。
Regard. Don't like to
我啲
watch.
熟客等到戇居居。
阿星，你唉呀！
睇嚟你啱啱失業喎。
Look like there's just the two of you, and yet there's. Wait, what do you want?
我有份工介紹俾你，你對做戲有冇興趣啊？
Well, that's what a lot of directors do. They work on their
I was
talent.
surprised when I made the offer.
Or some directors work in their talent, you know what I mean? Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Teresa gave her a copy of the script. The next day, she knocked on our door and took the offer. Later, we learned that Ah Sing was born into a poor family. Her father was in prison, and her mother had mental issues.
Oof.
She'd been the breadwinner for the family since she was a kid. Her father's reputation would often get her into trouble, so usually she was either on the way to a job or to a fight. The CO7 you saw always had a confident smile on her face, but in actual fact, Ah Sing almost never smiled at the beginning. An actor should learn to commit to the moment in front of the camera and come back to reality behind it. But Ah Sing didn't. She didn't come back to reality. She's never once stopped playing the role of CO7 since then. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. She started to smile the way CO7 smiled. She went from brash and reckless to sly and methodical, just like CO7. The deputy chief and the BAU made a mistake. Ah Sing has not confused herself with her character. After all these years in the movie industry, I've seen a lot of actors get carried away by the glitz and glamour of their characters. But Ah Sing is different. She values CO7 even more than herself. So much so that, ultimately, it eclipsed her own consciousness. Miss Liang, you asked me which rumors about CO7 and the three of us were true. Now I can give you an answer. Most of them were. Is this... We drew a lot of attention after the release of CO7. Put a magnifying glass up to anyone, and you'll always find imperfections. We were no exception. Ah Sing was as stubborn and uncompromising as I was. When we disagreed, it would blow up into a huge argument, neither one of us giving in to the other. Poor Teresa was always caught in the middle. I was too young, too bullheaded, to realize the consequences that this might cause. I tore a path forward, often ignoring the people around me. Teresa, on the other hand, was kind-hearted, perhaps too much so. She never got angry, no matter what people said. She just bottled it up inside and let it eat away at her.
Like termites.
She didn't like taking photos. She was self-conscious about her appearance, so we only have a few together. This one was taken when we were shooting CO7 too. We were so close back then. Of course, we knew we'd have to part ways eventually, but we didn't concern ourselves with that. Even then, our shortcomings had started to hurt our relationship. But by the time we realized it, the damage had been done.
唔得，呢個結局太離譜啦！司靈真唔會咁做㗎。
When we were making CO7-3, Ah-Seng was up in arms about the ending. In the sequence, CO7 tracks a criminal through a Shehua parade, hoping to finish him off herself. But when she finds him sitting at home with his family, she changes her mind. Ah-Seng didn't like it. She said that CO7 would punish the villain for what he's done, that she would never change her mind. We had countless arguments over this ending, and of course, we never reached a conclusion.
得啦得啦，到此為止。我哋咁嘈落去都冇意義。我有個提議。
So I cheated. Were I in the same position now, I'd solve the problem more delicately. But I was a jerk back then. The only thing that mattered was the movie. I couldn't care less about what people thought, including my heroine. I asked Teresa to write an alternative ending, and told Ah-Seng that we'd shoot both endings and pick the better one together. She agreed.
But you didn't keep your word. You released the movie with the original ending.
It turned out to be very popular, but Ah-Seng saw it as a betrayal. At the premiere, she announced she was quitting the new art company that the three of us had founded together. I didn't stop her. Teresa tried to mend our relationship, like she always did.
我寫咗個新劇本，唔係407續作，係全新嘅故仔啊！如果你哋覺得有意思嘅話，我哋下一部戲可以拍佢啊！我自己拍咗部片花，雖然好簡單，可能拍得唔係幾好，但係可以嘅話，我哋一齊睇啊！
It was her proof of concept for a reunion of the Three Swallows. I knew Teresa had always wanted to put an end to the CO7 series and write something she was really passionate about. Perhaps she thought a new story would help Ah-Seng move away from CO7 and become herself again. Unfortunately, when she came to show us the script, Ah-Seng and I were in the middle of a fight.
唔使啦，我唔會再同你哋拍戲。阿星，等陣啊
！Ah-Seng had always been kind to Teresa, but on that day, she pushed her out of the doorway and stormed off. Well, as I said, I was a jerk. I flipped through her script, and a flurry of harsh words left my mouth. 點解仲係上次嗰個類型㗎？我咪講咗咯，呢種故事唔啱你寫啊！ In the end, neither Ah-Seng nor I cared enough to watch Teresa's sizzle reel, even though she tried so hard to present it to us. That was the last time we saw Teresa.
That fire.
Yes, that's why I'd pay any price to get that film. Her script was burned to ashes in the fire. I need to know what story she was trying to tell. I suppose Ah-Sing feels the same. This is what you wanted to see last time you and your officer friend visited me.
You mean the threatening letter?
It's not a letter, actually.
I don't think your microphone is enabled.
Wait, my microphone's not working.
It's the script of Detective Seal
Oh, you weren't talking the whole time? Never mind.
Yeah, no, I was
The one Teresa handed to us.
I dropped some stuff on the floor, so I was picking it up for a second, so it must not have been picking me up.
Okay.
I spilled I had some stuff on my desk because we went earlier, and I spilled rolls. There we go.
You dropped his spaghetti, chat.
All over the floor.
Is this a poster of the Shehua parade? Oh, right. It's almost time for the Dushu festival. With everything going on these days, I almost forgot.
Perfect time to catch the criminal.
Wait, is Miss Qixin going to...
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yes, he's gonna set up for Professor Kirkgards. Oh yeah, Chinese is a very goofy sounding language because it's a very tense bass, Blaze. Because, she, because you can say like chi like 5 times different ways, depending on the tense you put on it. Chinese TV news. Over to bring an exclusive frontline update. At Daiso Festival, bring Los Angeles Chinatown is once again alive with excitement and show parade once the Arcanists will soon come together to play the year of peace and prosperity. Who are currently at the Chinatown Community Center with the last 12 sacred scared icon idols making their starting points of parade with the Force Institute Review Principal Hung, who is this year's summoning official. Professor Hung, could you tell us about the role of the festival? The summoning official is responsible for recruiting the Summon Rift and inviting the idol. After lunch, the rotating silver god Senti Zuan will be placed on the some of the parade members have already gathered outside. That's right, we can see people carrying lanterns, flags, preparing for Ever Parade. Principal Hong, what is the large pattern animal over there? That is Li Shu, and again, later it will join the Beast Lantern team, where the parade will be led by the 5-colored banner and the Zing Zing troop, followed by Shaolin Beast. With the right particle, Shaolin Beast are the legendary creature said to ward off evil plague. Exactly, during the plague banishing segment, General Quinmo will shout the command, and 3 young men wearing the Shaolin Beast will make the mask will sing the plague banishing song. Entertainment will be to drive out evil. The musicians will accompany them with the songs and drums and parade until the parade will go on until late at night. Frequent quite the festival. Thank you, Principal Hong. Though the parade has not yet started, the Howard things itself out. Watcher the Predator Defenders. There we go. Sit down.
Wow! Look at all these people! Oh, we should have come earlier. I can hardly see a thing from here.
They say that while the pictures of a woman talking to a vendor.
And whose fault is that?
I love the sign the baby was up the voice.
Ready. Anyway, at least we haven't missed much. Looks like it just started. I heard there's a new event this year.
That's better.
I wonder what it is.
Not an event. A film crew's shooting a scene during the parade. Apparently, they already talked to Mr. Shao and said they wouldn't cause any trouble. Let's go check it out. Maybe we can get into one of the shots.
The busiest time of the year in Chinatown, the streets are filled with the brim with those keen eyes of some outline that's been spotted among the crowd.
This is C2. All clear.
Copy. Group C, all clear. No sign of target. All units, stay in position. Wonder how the Vigil girl and Eldon are doing.
Having ended up in transmitting, the officers glanced towards a Chinese restaurant at the street corner. Despite the bustling crowd, the signs at the door read closed. They're paying these people a lot of money not to run the shop.
Do I really have to go outside like this?
Damn.
You know them, like, what? You mean we can't sell during the biggest time of the year? Because when barbecue became popular in China, there was after the Wu flu, there were guys like sleeping only 4 hours a day and spending the rest of the time making barbecue.
You need to paint your face too. I'm not gonna let you join the parade looking like a weirdo. You're the one who said that the parade needed guards in case there was an attack.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Mind, I'd be more than happy to kick you out of here. Sorry, but your profiling and a BAU report seemed like a load of crap to me. If someone does attack the parade, I'm sure we can handle it ourselves.
Listen, I won't pretend to understand the meaning behind all this. But what I do understand is that this is one of the most important events of the year for the people of Chinatown. The target could strike at any time, so we need to be prepared. No one wants to see a celebration turn into a nightmare.
Why didn't you say that to your men? They are the ones who've ignored the Chinatown all this time. What a hypocrite.
Profiling, yep. At a glance, the officer cleared his eyes, and before the tension can raise any more, the girl beside him cuts in with a smile.
Uncle Zhao.
Oh, there she is.
Today's our big day. That sour face of yours is gonna scare this guy straight off.
We saw her containers in the Arcanist office earlier.
Besides, we could really use a hand right now. They can make up for our manpower shortage. Now, give me a big smile lah, before your long face scares off our good fortune.
Always a sweet talker, aren't you, eh?
Oh, Ailey, that's my proper name? Yeah, pretty much.
Fine.
She's based off of she's based off a movie that's basically Chinese Ghostbuster.
Are you, Blondie? Tighten your belt, or your pants will fall down with your dance. And the big guy over there, the lining should be under your coat.
After seeing his old friend, Marshmallow from before, he removes his gas headpiece and turns to Anne.
Thanks for all your help, Miss Lee. We never would have been able to join the parade unnoticed if you hadn't persuaded the residents to cooperate with us.
You are welcome lah, sir. Even though I only came here a few months ago, I've already gotten pretty close to the residents. So, it was pretty easy to convince everyone. Don't worry about it lah. Besides, the Sehua parade is for everyone, whether they're here to watch or dance. We are always happy to have more people join the celebration. Uncle Zhou might be a little stubborn, but you know gala, that's just what he's like. Don't take it personally.
She turns her head, gesturing towards the unfamiliar faces on the other end of the restaurant.
These guys are arcane detectives and influential people around Chinatown. I told them to all keep an eye out too. There's a saying in Hong Kong, as stupid as the god of longevity who hangs himself. That will be Night Piercer if she comes anywhere near Chinatown.
I know everyone here will be grateful if Night Piercer doesn't show up, but then we'll still have a dangerous criminal with an equally dangerous arcane item on the loose. Nothing's more dangerous than an unexploded bomb. I want to eliminate the threat once and for all.
People say assholes, people don't.
The question is, will she come? Where's the little video?
Yeah, part of it is multi-regional. So what they usually do is, like, so let's use Genshin for example. Genshin parent company, the company that runs Genshin company contract, what do you call it? Wildcat?
Right, sir.
And that studio will go find English talent for them, but of course, the English dub is not the main dub of Genshin. It is, the Chinese one for the Chinese audience, where, in River 99, the English dub is the primary dub.
Miss Noah isn't like any of Qixing's previous targets. She's much more important.
Yeah, so the boss left. The parade's about to start, so boss has to go down to go over to LA to be Night Piercer.
That's her motive.
Her name was Night Piercer.
Two major elements.
Oh, literally when I made the joke about you leaving, I made a joke that you, because we were making jokes that you're Night Piercer. I made a joke that, oh yeah, now the parade's starting, you're going to go, join it. But yeah, no, Mabel, the vigilante is named Night Piercer, but one of the guys misheard it as Night Piercer.
Don't worry, sir. I'd be happy to cooperate as bait.
But and bots was talking about golden showers back in the day. That he used to give women golden showers because he lived in the blue state. Blue city, I mean. The sounds of the back door opening break enters Fox as he looks up to see the person in the Lord's wheelchair.
As far as I can remember, she's never been late to anything.
Hey, why aren't you dressed up? I've been looking forward to it all day.
There.
Wow.
Chief, why don't you put on that suit to make your white boy ass look better? God damn it, now I got all dressed up for nothing.
I know someone at work. I'm like, oh, black one would eat you up.
God damn.
I understand that the
because he's like caked up on he's caked up on a Friday night.
Not here to celebrate.
Oh shit.
There's a tough fight ahead of us.
Yeah, he doesn't stand a chance.
I'm like, wow, you don't see those jeans that often in like white guys. You usually see those in like Latinos.
It's too late to take it back now.
So it's a funny thing, like, okay, that's kind of more like a woman's butt, but whatever.
What about Miss Latham?
Not gonna lie, must have been nice to mark your ladies like that. Okay, boys, I'll bless that one.
To mark your lady like that? Like what? With piss?
He's referring to the pissing.
It's not marking, because you're gonna take a shower. I have no idea what happened in Blaze's life to make him have all these sexual hang-ups.
It'd be weird to stay in my room alone when everyone's
probable
out
autism
here.
and virginity, that's
Don't you
about
think?
it.
True.
Anyway, I'm waiting for Scott to wake up from her coma. I want to ask her why she stole from the Foundation and pinned it on me. I need to know what she thinks about me and our friendship. If I let you guys do all the work while I just wait in my room, I won't be able to question her without feeling insecure. I know I might not be all that helpful, but I'll do everything I can.
The camera lens almost his glass was right there.
Miss Latham's being modest. As a staff member of the Arcanum Containment
Level
Department,
33 Blood Mage, well shit, man. You're like the one rare Puerto Rican on Earth that isn't a man whore, and that's genuinely shocking.
Well, he's not a man whore, but I think it's more of a lack of, not the lack of accomplishing, let alone the lack of trying.
Alright, you've got a point.
Well, yeah, to be fair, man whore doesn't inherently mean that they're inherently successful as a person.
Well, yeah.
You know,
Besides,
after all...
there's no centaurs in Puerto Rico.
Great! Just leave it to me.
But I mean, I'd say it this way, after all. What do you call the Puerto Rican man in a three-piece suit?
Memories, so I
Will the defendant please rise?
scratches on its surface.
See, I was gonna say in the corpse, because, you know, in the coffin, but damn, they didn't even put him in a three-piece suit in the coffin. What, they threw him in a Y&T and a loose collar?
Listen, that's exactly how Puerto Ricans are buried. It's either that or they die of old age after running off with some bitch of the Bahamas.
Wow, the costume fits you so well. Fancy, whoa.
That's the context for the That's the context for the outfit.
Much fancier than that.
I like when the inside two outfits are.
I've ever seen. There's no way the night piercer will spot you.
Yeah, I think you get good context. And inside two is the. That costume is very drastic different from her like police uniform.
Is that the Leon's family ritual?
I love how fucking dumb she sounds. Like you ever know when you hear someone speaking another language and you know they're just kind of like head empty sometimes.
Oh yeah. I remember. Okay, so would Ebonics count for that?
You better not dishonor your family.
Not really. Ebonics is just another variation of English.
But not the way he's pronounced it. That.
Everything's in place.
Because there's one guy who basically created Ebonics like a secondary like a different language, and I could hear like everybody else around you just like
show us what you got.
Pities you apparently because they just let you talk ramble on and on about your nonsense. But like I can tell there's nothing you know your lips are moving but there's nothing behind them.
Lift the veil and all it is some monkey talking.
Yeah, because I don't know anybody like. I know there's people who know different languages, but they don't talk those languages that are secondary languages. So loose about Spanish, loose about German, stuff like that. Chinatown, nice city.
Can we use the camera dolly this time?
Then we're gonna teach you, princess, so you start crying. You have the white brown nose with a new uniform. Alright, let's see if this upsets a powerless little girl or a real challenge. Understood. I'll go easy on you. We're fighting your chocolate. I always like some guys are like, oh, it's because my biological clock is screaming for me to become a father, and not the fact I want to get laid. Because it's a dude. If your biological clock is screaming to become a father, it means that you want to settle down and get with a woman. Not the pump and dump.
I'll just say this, Chad. Don't waste your 20s trying to find wife. Like, bust as many nuts as you can and as many chicks as you can. Shit. You gotta have fun before you find the right one.
This is coming from the man who complained about who talked about how he has a,
Please stay behind me.
That's coming from the guy complaining about having a daughter that he didn't know about until she was 19. So I can't guarantee how accurate that advice is. Or useful.
Listen, they know better.
Do they?
They know better. Yeah, they probably don't know better. They're Puerto Rican. Well, okay, well, one of them's Puerto Rican, the other's Cuban, but which, I mean, that's not any better. But, fucking, fuck it. His Latinos, they leave kids behind all the time, so it's no different if they do it. Yeah, it's wrong for them to not pull out, but... Well, I'm just burying myself deeper. Fuck it. You two, if you get laid, use a fucking condom. Don't make the mistake I did.
Well, you're also letting it. Not finally. Also, it's not a condom of holy water to like a Hispanic man's dick.
Yeah, true. Fuck, I don't know what it is, but the minute you slide on a fucking condom, that shit just deflates. Especially if you're fucking Hispanic. I don't know what's going on there.
Maybe. There's a long-running psyop by the government to put in some special kind of latex that only appears in, like, a large population of Hispanics. Kind of like how, you're not guaranteed, more than non-Ashkenazi can have celiac disease, but, celiac disease is rampant in, Ashkenazis because they're inbred. So maybe there's something going on with Hispanics. Like the microplastics are getting into their shaft and causing it to deflate.
Looks like I've got nothing to worry about. You ready, kid? Parade's starting soon. I'll go get dressed.
I think that's more than being part of a race and then knowing that you're there.
I need to talk to Miss Liang. Could you give us a moment?
Oh yeah. Well, I feel like if we worked for being a Cuban, because Cubans were like loving the scene back in the day, at least in the 1950s, they were known for. Those were a really good export economy because they were making stuff that Americans wanted.
I feel bad for Cuba, but at the same time, like, y'all let it happen. Y'all don't even bother fighting back.
Well, yeah. Like, powerful regimes just don't happen overnight.
Why me, Miss Noah?
No.
And then, yeah, let's just side with Russia, like, basically side with Russia while we live so close to America. That's totally not going to cause a problem.
Yeah. Let's see, what's chat saying?
Yeah.
I feel like the moment I put it on, I'm gonna go hog wild, and if it breaks, it breaks. Okay, Blaze will enjoy child support, some bitch that's probably gonna run you to the ground. Juan with, to be fair, after the third time wearing a condom, I stopped liking that shit. First time it gently broke. Oh, I think God was trying to further the natural cycle then.
You could have just told Eldon about what happened between the three of you.
Hispanic man fucking with a condom? Oh, it's gotta break.
It's
Maybe then he wouldn't have made the order.
I don't know. Maybe it's the less. I know. It's tortilla chip micro. It's a micro tortilla chips dust on their hand when they put the condom on. They're putting little tears into it.
I don't think she deserves to die. So, as I promised, I will do my best to catch her alive.
That or he went to a Diddy.
That being said,
yeah, so, okay, Hassan did go to a Diddy party. And in the clip of him talking about going to the Diddy party, he talks about, like, oh yeah, there's a giant video play. There's a giant TV screen, and it's playing a video of, and he kept on emphasizing how young the girl was, opening up presents. Like,
Osing was a good actress.
A man cannot breed without leaving a seed in a woman. Well, Blaze, I hate to say this, but, it's really not that. That's a little too romanticized. Yes. Sure, reproduction's nice and all, but a lot of times you end up regretting it.
Well, for me, I was just saying, like, you're trying to paint in a fancy color, Blaze. We know you're just horny on main.
Before we'd even start shooting,
you don't want to reproduce. You have a fetish for busting a chick. Let's be honest here.
Details of her expression.
A lot of millennials, Zoomers do want to have families and kids. It's natural. It's a natural thing to have. It's just, what you need to do is you need to cultivate generations that don't want children are not a default. They're a cultural and they are a cultural reflection of some kind of cultural infection, if you want to say. So millennials and early and hippie generation people would have been those ones. Zoomers are back to the normal cycle of wanting kids.
Because she shared my vision. That drive for something better, no matter the cost.
Yeah. All I can say to Zoomers is, good luck. Ain't nobody in your generation gonna want it.
Well, like I said, it's impossible to buy. Like I said, back in the, you can't pull a, you had to pull a great, Gen Xer and buy a house while working two incomes to pay off the house, and then once the kid comes along, the wife quits the job.
To be fair, dual income homes have always been better than fucking one income homes, even back when the economy was less retarded.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I've always despised that whole fucking over romanticization of overly traditional bullshit. Because that's mostly what it is, bullshit.
Yes, and no, when it comes to dual income homes, if you're like my neighbor, who were both working high end jobs and only had one child, they were both able to retire in their, early, and they were both able to retire in their mid-50s.
And why was she selected to go after Miss Latham?
But they said they were non-stop working, so, but they only had one kid that was constantly being taken care of by babysitters and stuff like that, where, if your most dual income families are not working at those high-end jobs like they used to work, and then they have more than one kid, which means they are spending a lot of money on childcare.
If one of my writers wrote a script like this, they'd be fired.
Because adjusting for inflation, the money you spend for like stuff like childcare tends to eat away a lot of one of the incomes of the couple. And of course, when the market got flooded with labor, it also devalued the cost of labor.
I can feel it.
So in the late 70s, early 80s, when everybody flooded the market, wages went down or didn't go up as much.
The movie will
To be more precise.
And this time, I'm not sitting behind the camera, but in front of it. Miss Liang.
I'll be right back.
She's gonna film her own OnlyFans. She's gonna be on Down, what was it called? Down Fans?
Which role you'd play in this movie.
I don't know, it's a Gundam made a video on it recently.
Behind the scenes of my life. I'm afraid you'll be disappointed.
No, of course not. You got me wrong.
She waves her hand to Mrs. Lee and expresses delight, and her eyes still blazing.
I'm a director. I don't act in movies made by others. I sing, Miss Latham, Miss Scott. The camera's focused on them too. But none of us know where the story will go.
I like that the little, and I like the little mannequin she manipulates. Kind of has a little mind of its own.
Miss Qixing's being manipulated. I've considered that possibility, but who's the one behind the camera? What do they want?
All I know is that if Ah-Seng continues down this path, there will be no happy ending for her. I understand that
she's down, I'm down. Here's how it's really going. You gotta say that to a chick with Down syndrome. That's what it's actually based.
Well, yeah, that's what I've always seen it used for, because there was, back when he used to rock Takeda, back when he used to be normal on his live streams, he would talk about crazy things he found on, like, Twitter or Facebook or stuff like that, and one of them was a guy saying there was like a Victoria's Secret model with Down syndrome, and one of the first top comments was, "If she's down, I'm down."
The producers always stick to the script. They're obsessed with it.
But now I think you look when I was talking about it, but I'm pretty sure there's a now new subcategory on OnlyFans for people with Down syndrome called like Only Downs. By this.
Jesus, even retarded people aren't safe from being fucked with by society's decadence.
If a moment of inspiration were to strike me, and I weren't
no,
to the movie,
like I said, that's what it does. The retarded people, then the kids. You're gonna get OnlyFans Junior Edition one of these days if you don't stop the decadence.
You want to change the script?
Yeah, fucking OnlyFans Juniors and OnlyFans Pets. Can't wait.
But we have a small issue.
Well, I need to watch the Gundam video because he was talking about it. I've seen clips of other people talk about it, so I'm pretty sure there was some Down syndrome people on OnlyFans.
I'm not exactly ready to jump to my feet.
Like I said, not every Down syndrome person is mentally deficient, but like,
it's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's weird that you're fetishizing people with Down syndrome. It's like fetishizing people with amputated legs.
Perfect ending.
Yeah,
like. Are you interested?
Why?
Look, there's nothing wrong dating a woman without amputated legs, but like you fetishizing that aspect of them means there's some kind of weird sexual hang up on you that you need to work on.
Weird sexual hang up, and also you're just an asshole doesn't see them as an actual person.
Well, yeah, that's that too.
Parade is planned. Let's go over the plan one more time. Group A will hide among the cast. Group B, cameramen. And Group C, you're in the crowd. Once Xixing appears, close in and arrest her as soon as possible.
Xi Jinping is coming to this event himself.
They're all set too. Good.
Speaking of Xi Jinping, they're right there in negotiations in with America.
Blaze, I never did that because I hate hammocks. But, yeah, I did, on the sand on the tree. Yeah, not a hammock though, because I hate hammocks.
Oh, I love hammocks. They're great. I wish I had owned a hammock. I used to love them using my neighbors as a little kid.
I just like laying down on things that I know are solid.
That way you needed security as a child.
That and also just, I don't know. I'm too used to sleeping on a hard-ass floor or on a bed. It feels more natural that way, because it harkens back to when we were sleeping on nothing on caves.
So our bodies need, some people's bodies cannot sleep on flat stuff, they need to have something soft. Like a lot of people in like back in the old times used to sleep on, before they were bed, they used to sleep on basically makeshift pillows, like stacks of pillows and stuff. Or basically bean bags, if you think about it, with the hay. Let's see, I know a girl who was special needs once. She had like 2 dogs fighting over her. Couldn't really tell at first, but once she started talking. Like I said, there might be, like I said, there might, I said no problem with someone with special needs getting with someone without special needs, but like, if you're constantly like fetishizing them, you're gonna look at you with a side eye. I gave her the wrong, where did you put the shadows? Ah, they're swarming everywhere. Sob. Don't be afraid, child. I'm standing here beside me. Everyone stay calm. This is a new parade performance. I always love that excuse in Asa. No matter what happens in Asa, you just claim that it's a parade, and they'll believe you.
Please, a week. Zoom in. You won't get away. Easy, that. Please.
I remember being bitter about it because despite everything, she still had a figure social struggle with me and always looked for her, even on bad days. You know what kind of special needs she had? Because technically, in a loose sense of term, and the broad definition of the term special need, technically, you special needs, was you not? Being the fact that you're autistic and, you know, I don't know what them were. Would you count those as subcategories as special needs or not?
Well, autism, it depends on where it is on the spectrum, if it's fucking low functioning or high functioning. High function, I wouldn't consider that special needs, I just call it, like,
quirky.
A severe mental illness, but that's a story for another day.
It's your brain with a side of spice.
Schizophrenia, yeah, that's special needs. Yeah. Fucking, that, you need help with that one, or else, you're gonna end up shooting up a gas station with a bomb strapped to you.
Because special needs is, like I said, it's a very generic term. As a kid, I knew it as mainly just for video games. Well, it's not to talk about video games. I knew like special needs. No, I never call it special needs. But the term is so broad and vague that people can't lump anything, even lump a lot of symptoms in there. So like people with crippling OCD, like that one guy from Nickelodeon who would he was like not a germ free, but he had such bad OCD that he had to keep his house perfectly and neatly organized. And when a film crew went inside his house and moved things around, and without him knowing, and then they filmed the interview like normal, and they did the house tour, he was constantly changing things and moving them around while talking to people.
Hell, even people with physical issues can be considered special needs.
Well, when people about handicapped.
Yeah, like they're in a wheelchair, fucking they're missing an arm, legs, fucking,
What's happening?
I think most people just call those handicapped.
Alright.
But like I said, but the word special needs is broad enough that you could probably just say, yeah, they're special needs as well.
Wait! What's this?
Stand back.
Discovers what sort of position behind the unknown monsters in the Chinatown residence.
Easy.
Thank you. They teach you that in Hong Kong?
I like her design. It reminds me of a lot of fucking 80s anime. That fucking crazy, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, you would probably like the live action woman she's based off of then. Because it's based off a movie.
I was about to attack. What else was I supposed to do?
Let's see.
I got an idea. Ghostbusters inspired event with her in it.
Well, that's her antidote. It's coming out in like a week, so I'm gonna read that. That might be Ghostbustery.
Ghosts, but there's something different about them. So, Ghost Hunter, can that machine of yours tell us what they are?
1 second, Uncle Zhao. Lily's working on it.
Okay, good night, boys.
Later, Blaze.
I'm pretty sure she was retarded, but still had enough self-awareness. Ah, okay.
What? You mean that was a living man's soul?
So she was a sheep, but had, like, knew how to side-eye?
Just got confirmation that
She knew how to bite back a bit.
the whole of Chinatown. Comms are down, and we can't seem to leave either.
Arcane humanoids spotted in all directions.
Sheep are so fucking funny, I swear.
Some kind of arcane creation.
It's my turn.
They're everywhere and immune to regular bullets. Arcane skills and specialized bullets break them apart for a while, but then their bodies just morph back together.
Trying to find the movie.
So far, but people are panicking. What do we do, Chief?
Sorry, not my type. Everyone keep calm.
If I already hit auto, but it didn't.
Protecting the public is your top priority. These things seem to follow anything that moves. Lure them away. Miss Lee, Mr. Joe, gather as many civilians.
I really like the music in this. I agree. I really like the music in this event. I could see myself vibing out to this. It's like lounging in like Barnes and Nobles, reading a book.
No problem.
Damn, so you can read at Barnes and Nobles, but I can't. Okay.
No. I bought a Barnes and Noble because I know you like it.
They are special effects.
I only said that because I thought it sounded bougie and it would have fit for the joke, but fuck it.
No, for some reason, for me, this idea of you going to a Barnes and Noble, it's just like, really? I thought you'd be the kind of person who would call them all faggots and leave.
I mean, I would, because Barnes and Noble stopped being good fucking years ago.
Oh, I was there for that transition.
Yes, indeed. I hate going into a bookstore and seeing nothing but shit young adult fiction written by 30 to 40-year-olds who never grew past high school.
Yeah, there's that, and there's also now new adult, which is just YA level writing, but with more sex scenes.
Keep it that way.
Don't even get me started on the monster fucker section.
At least that section is specifically targeted towards only adult women versus the mixed messaging of the new adult section was meant for adults, but yet it's still consumed by teenagers because it's marketed easy, like a young adult book.
I think Chinatown's been sealed inside an arcane barrier created by the film.
I didn't do anything at a Barnes and Noble,
Nothing in the records about
oh, I'm sorry, Juan. Sorry.
are definite.
I was gonna say if it was Blaze asking, Blaze is using this as spank material.
What about those ghosts?
Trying to imagine you at different places.
I remember the file saying it could spawn spirits out of thin air.
Imagining me at different places, fucking bitches. Okay.
Well, I don't know.
He's confused lots.
Reunion of the Three Swallows can play and record.
I mean, I can't blame him. I'm
That's
fucking
for
beautiful, but shit.
But
you're like, I
even if
listen.
its power has been enhanced somehow, it
Fuck's
probably
sake.
wouldn't develop a completely unrelated ability.
You are right, because it's not unrelated. Remember the film's victims? Part of them was taken away by its record ability. What they lost was part of their spiritual energy and memories. They are Sawan Tapa, or Free Souls and Seven Spirits. These monsters
She's like 3,000 times whatever that's supposed to mean.
of the victims.
Yeah.
Yeah, new adult. The word young adult was taken by teenagers. For some reason, marketing let them use. They probably knew that teenagers would pick something that had the word adult in it. Could make them feel older.
I'm not sure, but Lily's never wrong. So, let's not try to eliminate these things. Or, the victims will never get their Sanwat Tapak back.
Essentially, she's holding everyone in Chinatown hostage.
And then the bomb goes off, blowing everybody up. Yeah. There's no way of knowing whatever possibilities I have is standing a few steps away.
I didn't want it to come to this. This was between me and Noor, but you just couldn't leave it alone, could you?
Me, Noor, and this entire village of people.
Sounds like you already know what this film reel is capable of. Good.
All you have to let us do is make a porno officially with your likeness.
Now.
Oh, I remember that episode of Friends when Phoebe's twin sister making porn using Phoebe's name.
Oh god.
So the way Phoebe gets around it is that she has all the cats because she's lying about all this on her paperwork. So then Phoebe then is able to get access to all of her bank accounts because they're all in her name. We got 19. We got 4 more to go. 4 more chapters to go. 19, 20, 21, and 22.
We're almost there, chat. You can bust very soon.
I see any stories. Why is it yours? Anyway, let's look for the material and stories of your past. Understanding. Okay. I someone claimed once and learned his name, glimpses of memories. Searches to go, claimed with gather inventory during the last summoning, and was been recovering ever since. That's why I still haven't answered the family calls. The damage to summon it would fully heal my family. False line Quillen chose me. I did not choose one, just lucky. Do you family knows about it? No, I never told them. I don't want to disappoint them.
Don't say bust. My body is in pain currently.
Why is your body in pain?
Because he's fat, that's what.
You're fat.
And gay. We're gonna talk about that. I'm about to come.
Well, bottoming will put your body in pain, Blaze.
Target spotted.
Yeah. So Juan pings us with this because the YouTube auto mod. If the bitch says free Palestine at our date, I'm leaving the restaurant and ghosting her. She can't pay for the meal. Dumb broad. Shit.
That's funny.
This is a great clip.
This is a
Let's
whole
see.
new level, even for you.
If you win, it comes to books these days, so many of them.
What did you
Well, yeah, it's not the marketing. Like I said, raunchy erotica is being covered. Look like children's teen books now.
It chose to fulfill
Depressing.
my wish. That's all.
She was not a throat goat. She could not eat the spaghetti.
What a shame. Did you see this Sumeri edit I did?
Oh yeah, I know. I liked it. Tonight, you.
You're free to use it as a reaction image.
I'm sure I will. Oh, I cover up the Ace. I used to cover up the HP and MP of Sora when I play Kingdom Hearts, and I use that again.
Oh,
Make it look like I'm a VTuber, like a person's VTuber, and just have that in the corner. Tonight, you.
Maybe it's good. Those things, they stopped moving. They're not attacking anymore.
Oh, that reminds me when I psyoped the dude into finding chicks throwing up on it.
How does he accomplish that?
I just showed him some videos of a chick getting it punched in the stomach until she threw up, and I eased him more into it by showing him videos of the chicks where they're actually good looking. Because I wanted to invoke that trauma response where it doesn't leave your head or soul after watching it, so it stays there as like a sort of hook for a potential future interest. So I just made him get into that shit, and yeah, that's
Well,
something, alright.
It's like the guys who like jerk off and then their brains just wander, so they start thinking about atrocities while they're doing it. Alright, when they bust.
It's too dangerous.
So then their brain blinks fires that consumes a family of 4 with
Hands of a criminal.
sexual excitement in their brains.
We can't put a civilian in danger like that. Besides, why would Xing let you go with her? You're walking right into a trap.
You can make a man feel aroused by exposing them enough to content involving fluids. Does also involve 2 men.
Let's see, Mabel book sources better than slowly written by liberal women. Yeah, what's the problem? The majority of 80% of the people who get books through are women.
What are you doing? I told you to
So they're publishing for traditional methods. They might not even get, past the first round, let alone the 8th round.
Please don't blame Officer Poitier, sir. I forced her to bring me here.
What? What the hell are you thinking?
It's time I put an end to all of this.
2 men, 1 fluid.
No
Yeah, it's
need
called
to
blood.
worry, officer. A reliable vigil will keep me safe.
Her wheelchair just becomes mecha legs like in Spy Kids 3D.
Yes, of course. I will ensure Miss Noah's safety, Chief. Leave it to me.
Moment for sifting her gaze in the last light.
Target in check, Liang.
Her eyes on the target is leaning, thinking, it's used a low warning.
James and the others are working on how to break this barrier we're in. Camerahead and that ghost hunter are helping them.
You could, boss. The problem is that I legit feel disgust looking at melt fluids, and that's why you're into Fuda.
Yeah.
Well,
it's cock fixation. Like, you can say inappropriate, the balls or no balls is of a question. But, like, when you say no balls, it means that you're siding with, you lean towards cock fixation. Then it does try to get something anatomically correct.
Outfit, but you can get things done with or without it. Isn't that right, partner?
Because, like, yeah, it's just bisexual men trying to rationalize their bisexuality by saying, oh no, it's on a woman, so therefore it's not gay.
Honestly, they should just wear it with pride. I don't see why not. Nothing wrong
It'd be like
with
to say I'm it'd be like, oh, I'm in homunculates.
Damn.
Let's go, Director. Time for the finals.
I just realized, I know a lot of dudes that are bi. Fucking hell.
Well, that's the thing is,
go wrong.
like I said, there are no gay genes, so because of that. You probably know a lot of people who are, like, traumatized.
Look around you, Noor. Look at what we've done.
Probably, though I don't want to be that much stereotyping as, oh, they were molested, so they instantly have homosexual intentions.
Well, yeah, it's not always molestation. It could be, typically it seems to be, molestation seems to be a big leading cause of it. Then it's also, tends to be, like, living in very liberal areas.
Tainted, twisted, and wicked.
Also, for some bisexual men, usually what happens is because they're hyper-polygamous, they will have, some sex, but they'll burn themselves out, and then they'll need to seek new sexual experiences. Some get into hardcore BSM, or get into dudes.
She's dead.
Oh, it is extremely gay. Juan.
And you, playing hero, punishing those you deem evil.
Listen, I'll just leave the Fuda thing at this. You're jacking off to the Baphomet.
Yeah, look at that, homunculus.
For your failures. Forgive my bluntness, but how laughably naive you are.
Nora's voice has uncharacteristic something to it. but Zing just showed no sign of wavering under the circumstances.
Atone for my failures? You're way off. You're right about one thing, though. She is gone. The person who cared for me more than anyone in the world. Dead. When she gave me a shoulder to lean
I put my dog a bunch last night, well, this night. And I didn't take any allergy medicine, and I could feel my face swelling.
How could I ever atone
Poor
for
bastard.
that? How could I ever expect her to forgive me? How selfish of me to even ask for that.
Then why can't you let it go? CO7 is the hero who brings the happy ending, no matter what she's faced with. What you are doing now is anything but that.
Oh, she's like, anything she's faced with. Have you read the 4th script? She's talking interracial,
no matter
interracial gang rape.
That's what I said.
God damn.
That's what I said to get to the end.
Wait, CO7 will never get with black men. How dare you get with dirty mud skin?
This heard at the top of the this heard at the top of like a discount in New York. He's like, why? Why you do it? He's like, oh, I don't remember why. I just did it.
I starred in a few movies with other directors.
God damn.
But they all went south. Not because they weren't commercially successful or popular, but because I couldn't shake that feeling of disgust. I'd never felt that playing CO7. The cameras, the boom mics, the spotlights, the sight of them made me want to throw up, scream, do anything to run away from it all.
Well, chat. Well, Taz in particular, blame free will, because if we didn't have free will, food wouldn't exist.
That is true.
Never left me. It haunted me.
As time goes on, I start to realize human beings having free will and rights was a mistake.
You're like, no apple no sin, no apple forbidden knowledge, good and evil. Y'all don't deserve free will.
I wrestled with these questions. Until one day...
The myth of Lilith was always fascinating. It's like, oh, they do all these things, like, oh, like, what they do, they basically describe Lilith doing a bunch of sin, not triggering, you know...
It all began with
the entire thing about the sin, and then just fading away into obscurity. Because no one lives into her anymore.
Yeah.
Miss No,
We have Razman with food effects. Get the bullet. In my case, I've tried to type this in chat 10 times. Well, welcome to YouTube. This is why I suggest we stream other places, but no.
I can hear her voice. I can hear Raz's voice saying that. This is really funny. No, I can't use that. Where's Thunder's applause?
Well, should we return to Monkey? No, because returning to Monkey is why we're where we are. Shocker, civilization is actually a good thing, despite what guys like Ted K and Indians on the internet tell you.
Well, for Ted K, he thought things were just going too fast and too far in certain areas. Like all that gender fluid stuff. Well, gender studies and stuff. All the countless choices have led up to this moment.
But not all of those choices were made.
This is a cool looking boss.
No.
It looks like a fucking painting of someone with dementia.
Oh, I love paintings like those.
And I'm fortunate to have you playing opposite me.
Monkeys are depraved, exactly, please.
You're not playing the role.
I'll never suck Satan's dick. Pearl Jam. Well, I mean, Pearl Jam does suck dick, so they're sucking some kind of cock as long as it's not Lucifer's.
Oh, come on. There's part of them can make good songs.
I don't vibe with the main guy, because during the AIDS crisis, he's like, no way, AIDS doesn't exist. And then, fucking like 20 to 30 years later, it's like, oh my god, you gotta get all these COVID vaccines, dudes. You're not hip if you don't do that, but completely ignore the fact that it's a fucking 30 years ago, ignored that AIDS was a really bad thing. I was like, oh, this is a conspiracy theory by conservatives. It's totally not an actual problem.
The one defense I'll give the guy would be the fact that when he was younger, that he probably didn't take things seriously, and now as an adult he does. Or as an old adult.
Even that still disgusts me, because I know a lot of people who had really fucked up experiences because they had, like, AIDS. And when you watch someone break down over time when they have that kind of shit, this colors your view on things.
But the big problem with the AIDS crisis was the fact that people wouldn't stop spreading it.
Yeah.
And then, cause I mentioned this recently, someone that, a friend of a friend, died of AIDS recently without knowing it. Without anybody knowing it, so they were talking about the medical problems, they couldn't figure out what's going on. And all these tests, and they realized, after during the autopsy, that he had AIDS, and they assumed it was when he got, like, blood transfusion in one of those Asian countries. It was like Thailand or Vietnam, I don't know what it was.
Down. Easy lah. Let me check my rails.
Alright, let's do this.
强梁既出，王有不为。
Walking training.
Relax, I've got it in the loop.
Let's go, buddy. Oh, he copied her.
Walking training.
Oh my.
Oh, another addition to my collection. Soon, you'll all be tucked away in my film reel.
Oof. Well, at least it's not like one of those weirdo Reddit stories where, like, soon you'll be tucked away in my vagina, like one of those stories. They exist. They're weird.
Well, Gorilla Spin. Don't you love it when your TV is basically bricked because it's forcing an update but can't find the internet? Yeah, that sucks.
Oh, yeah, I hate that.
Program. Oh, by the way, yes, I'm aware. Did he get AIDS? No. Eddie is a fuckhead, indeed. Well, of all the boomer hippie stuff, fucking everything in the halls, it didn't start because of that. Sorry, because of something else. But we'll get to that later. How did AIDS start? Like, genuine question. Does it develop on its own, or is it like a cheese touch? One person passes the curse on to the other? Well, here's how AIDS started, quote-unquote, officially. Africans were shagging chimpanzees for some reason.
Yeah. Well, we do know that was happening in Indonesia.
Yeah, Indonesia too. And so those people somehow got to the U.S. and started fucking people. Those people spread it to other people through things like swapping needles, like when doing heroin. They would share their needles. They'd go get their blood done, and fucking they'd spread that way. They'd do blood drives, spread that way for transfusions, and fucking.
Don't remember also. Yeah, we're kind of bearing the lead here, with the fact that anal sex is specifically great. Gonna go great at transmitting it.
Don't worry, Nora. I was gonna get homophobic about it. You didn't have to worry. Don't have to wait any longer. Understand, this is a very unprogressive space. We need to hate gays. But fucking yeah, anal sex as well. In fact, fun fact: the term "pos" just means positive. You know, positive for AIDS. It exists because there's a subsect of homosexual men that go out of their way to pause, aka infect other people with AIDS, or in this case HIV, and until it fucking turns into AIDS. Call these people negs or negative. Very disturbing. It's very
okay,
disturbing
so that makes that sentence makes sense now. Pause my neg hole. Actually, makes sense now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where it originated from. So these guys, they're like.
Cause I thought it was a weird way of saying neck hole.
No, it's just some disturbing shit made by some freak nasty fags that love spreading diseases. And rape is not off the table for them.
Oh yeah.
Here's a great example. They'll shove a toothbrush up their ass until they start tearing open holes in their colon, and then they'll have someone bust in them. And that person most likely has HIV, transfers it to them, and then it develops into AIDS. And they don't stop fucking. They keep fucking until they like just filter. They turn their body into this vessel for all kinds of fucking diseases and sexually transmitted issues.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not this.
You will pay for this.
Like I said, it's the fact that also the anus itself is just a perfect breeding place for diseases like that because it's a warm, folded environment. So, like, once you get something like that, it stays in there for a long time.
I can't afford to lose those.
It's real fucked up, but oh well. I do definitely think a lot of people got maybe a little too panicky over it, but at the same time, it was understandable because fucking everybody was on drugs back then.
One, it was mainly being for the gay men. Was gay men were like social pariahs, and then two, it was the fear of better. The fear of testing it and not having a cure, and like I said, the government did, take a sweet time trying to find it to help people with that.
Disappointed. Situation has escalated.
But pretty much, yeah. Fun fact: AIDS research is
Situation, please stay behind me.
probably never gonna go anywhere because, well, who the fuck wants to research that all the time?
Well, there's that, and also Fauci.
Yeah, good old Fauci, the science man himself. A lot of people would argue that it's because the prejudice towards homosexuality, but like, at this point, that's not an excuse anymore. In the 80s, yeah, sure, definitely, I could believe that, but nowadays, it really just comes down to nobody really cares. It's the same thing with cancer. Why cure something that makes a fuck ton of money for treatments?
Well, people are talking about the use of nicotine and stuff when it comes to cancer, helping out cancer. Of course, there's basic dieting, removing stuff like sugar from your diet will drastically help increase, helping you fight off because it's not curing your cancer. The word cure is a misnomer in this case, but it's helping your body fight off the cancer, being the fact that you're not feeding the cancer the bad stuff that it needs to grow.
Yeah. Oh, Blaze left a message in the old chat. Forbidden, even. Oh, it's saucy. The pause needs to be wiped. Okay.
Because it's always funny when I learned the etymology of words. I always hear the word pause neck hole, but I never knew what it meant. Because I always thought they were saying a weird way of saying neck hole.
Please stay behind. Please lend me your power.
Run, start running.
I forgot the House of Horrors is even a fucking thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot that too. I post there my stuff there. Like I sell.
Yeah, it's a good repository for shilling, because like fucking... nobody's actually gonna pay attention, but if they're still scrolling through there, they'll see it and come by anyways.
Oh yeah.
I'll make you stop. You won't get away.
A teacher once told me a doctor made a breakthrough to find a cure for AIDS or cancer, I forgot, but that mysteriously was killed and now his research was gone. Forgot the name of the guy, but yeah. I wouldn't be surprised, but you also have to remember that a lot of times people with delusions of grandeur have really fucked up hallucinations. And that usually coincides with severe mental illness, and they kill themselves somehow.
Yeah. And also, like I said, I've been on if you go on Twitter right now, you'll see so many people selling you snake oil. Trying to claim that they have a cure for things, and Big Pharma won't help you. Well, yeah, Big Pharma's not gonna help you, but these people also are just snake oil.
Years on their side.
Ready to roll?
Nobody means shit, really, but, pretty much, fucking, cancer, AIDS, HIV probably never will be cured. They're gonna keep that shit uncured, so they can fucking blow money, so you can blow money on them constantly until you're fucking dead.
Oh, yeah.
Then with diabetes, we could synthesize fucking insulin, but we absolutely refuse to.
Well, they're finding that's working pretty well in China right now.
Yeah, and it's a little suspicious that it's only China doing that.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, that's because they make for me, medical patents I feel like should only be there should be a hard cap on medical patents that they only should be allowed to be used for at most 6 years, maybe like 6 to 10 years. And like if you want 10 years, you need to pay for the nose to get that 10-year privilege.
Please stay behind me. Let me check my rails first.
Boss, what do you know so many degenerate Hispanics because I'm not a judgmental prick? I know they can be fixed. Fucking, it's easy. Just hand them a Bible and hit them. See, I'm not like white people where they just go like fucking, oh, you're a freak? Well, get the fuck out of my neighborhood. I'm like, alright, man. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, and then I'm gonna have you read these passages, and I'm gonna drag you to fucking church.
Well, yeah,
If you don't do it, I'm gonna hit you more.
Middle class Americans aren't the best at helping people. Especially,
They're awful at it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you deal with multiple things. There are people who just, no matter how much you help them, they will not be able to help. They will not help themselves, and they'll just continue to be a nuisance. Like, you know what I mean? But then there are people who just need a hand, who do generally just need a leg up. Like they've been given, like, you know, they got dealt a bad set of cards, and they didn't need that extra help. Get out of that rut that they're in, and
Walking training.
Yeah, fucking.
That's why you have stories like the Good Samaritan was based upon helping people non-conditionally, but you know that entire aspect is completely lost on those people.
And you can also tell who actually needs help and who doesn't. If someone's constantly complaining about everyone else being responsible for bad things happening to them, you know for a fact they don't actually need help.
Oh yeah.
Let me check my puppy dad.
Boss, I think you need to be more of a judgmental prick. Well, sorry, but as someone who's faced judgment my entire life, I don't feel like passing that on to other people. Shocker, somebody can think someone can get a fucking fair second chance, but like I know people aren't worth goddamn anything, but shit. There's always those few people that need a bit of help.
Run, start running.
Don't worry, Raz. When you get older, you start to realize what I was saying. Because right now you're young and I'm fucking bold. When you get older, yeah, shit. He was kind of right. Like, there's also those times when you're down in the shitter and you're gonna wish people will help you, but they won't. And you'll be like, yeah, it'll get in your head a little, make you think, you know, maybe I should help that guy out like fucking 20 years down the line when you're in the shitter.
Yeah. Cause like for me, like I'm a douchebag. I understand that. I know I can be a cunt. But like I said, I could tell like that. Like I said, that insecure coworker I talked about earlier. The reason why I say hi to him using his full name because I know it makes him happy. And just like that's a nice thing to help him get through. Those minor little things are nice things to help people get through the day. Because if you stack those little nice things up for multiple people, those little things become something greater than the sum of their parts.
Stop this futile resistance and face reality. No matter how hard you try, you
That is true, Raz, but that kind of pessimistic mindset only gets you so far. Hell, me being as misanthropic as I am didn't fucking get me anywhere. Took me a while to finally unlearn wanting to fucking hurt people constantly because I was in pain constantly.
Well, yeah. Like I said, I agree with Raz. I'm very much similar to where I'm from, especially in my teen years. But the thing is, though, I wasn't actually doing anything to fix it. And in hindsight, I look back, and I'm like, oh, I had so much time on my hand, actually. I could have used that to fix it. If you have so much time right now, my sweet summer child, use it wisely.
I hate you more. You were born with a silver spoon and exceptional talent. You took everything for granted. You looked down on everyone.
Life is a learning experience. The shit will come and go. The gold will sometimes stay. But fucking all I can really say is just pick and choose your battles. Whatever one is the most easy to win and which one isn't. Just leave it.
You have to stop. This is completely meaningless.
Meaningless?
It's just not a good idea to just compound on issues by being petty and vindictive.
Oh, yeah.
It's also not a good thing to be a fucking doormat that lets people walk over you. You gotta walk that fine balance, otherwise you just end up being confused your whole life, wondering where you should go.
Well, that's why I'm constantly, especially like last year, I was constantly preaching temperance in the Discord. Like, it's a great thing to have.
Can I reach my perfect?
Oh yeah, you gotta beat a lot of things that's lost on this generation into their heads, so fucking you could cultivate something better down the line. It's fucking my generation and the one before them went out of our way to fuck them over, that's for sure.
Well, because some people are confused, like someone like Jordan Peterson, they're like, oh, why was him saying clean your room so effective on a bunch of disenfranchised youth males? I'm like, it is the fact that it was an actual positive male role model that actually took their plight seriously, but then gave them basic and simple advice, the baby step that they needed, starting out with something small, such as self-care and minor external care.
And then the drugs came in.
Yeah. Then and his brain becoming medically dependent on what kind of painkiller was it?
I fucking forgot, but it was
Like,
a real bad one that if you get hooked on it,
he had to be induced into a medical coma to help fix his body, to wean his body off of the physical dependency it created.
Yeah.
Reel 1, Scene 24, Shot 9, Take 3. Winter Healing. Scene depicts an old house consisting of a swarm of sisters is reduced to fire, covered in mist, the darkness. Finish the film, it's only a hole, it's no scene items not clear. Scene crime killed that the mob helpers. Yeah, I was a little very much sleepy earlier for some of these chapters. I need to rewatch this one a bit before the spotlight. Because when I'm sleepy, I get really imaginative. So when I'm hearing dialogue, I'm completely making up my own story in my head at the same time. So I started getting plot points confused and started talking about plot points that were in my head and not on screen.
Benadryl, yeah, that's who was hooked up. Wait, do you think you saw the Benadryl, man?
Did he see Melania Trump?
Oh, fuck. No wonder you went batshit crazy.
But no, I'm pretty sure it wasn't Benadryl, and I'm pretty sure it was a prescription drug, Blaze. Because he got it prescribed to him after his wife died. And then he became medically dependent on it. Because you don't mess around with painkillers or any kind of stuff like that. That's why when I had my painkillers, I thankfully was able to wean off them right away. I didn't even...
Fuck yeah. Like, I knew a dude who was a fucking alcoholic. He's popping that shit all the time with fucking a glass of whiskey. And I was like, you are playing with fire here.
Oh, yeah.
I get it.
I can't tell if I'm susceptible. So it's something about how the thing where, like, I'll walk in the woods and it'll be so bad, out my allergies, my hands will be swelling. And then by the time I get home, I'm done walking the dog. I didn't take a deep nap. But every time that happens when I'm taking, but I can't tell sometimes because I've taken free over-the-counter Zyrtex. Like it's like a discount Zyrtex, but it's over-the-counter, so it's a weak dose. And I could take about 3 of those and not take a deep nap, and I'm like, oh, this is dangerous.
Those are just fairy tales.
I still have to inhale some dead leaves and take, 3 hours of medication if I want a good nap. That's not a good thing to do.
That's right. I told you this was all for a movie.
We're talking about Peterson. We did talk about him, but now we're talking about other things.
Come on. You're always full of hot air. That said, there's no way this is real. It must just
I didn't need... I don't think I got I don't think they gave me prescription pills when I got my wisdom teeth removed. They did give it to me when I got my surgery.
All those things were fake?
They gave me pills, but I was never in a state where I fucking... I don't know what it was, but it didn't hurt as bad as it did, surprisingly. Because I always had the fucking, the things that suck up your blood there. I was always biting down on those so it was distracted, the nerves. I almost got it once, but then I just fell asleep from some other medicine I was taking along with it.
Looks totally awesome.
For me, it was mainly just keeping my tongue from bothering the hole.
Join the Features Bureau, but this is
the
first time I've ever seen Chao
like,
Yang
I mainly
in
just... Because what happened was, like, I told the story before, I went under for my wisdom teeth and then woke up with a bunch of energy. But then, after we went grocery shopping afterwards, after grocery shopping, I kind of just laid on, I kind of just sat in a chair, and I had to replace those, those rags, because you had to bleed. And kind of took a nap on there for a while. Now we're talking about Nora. Let's not seriously think. We were. Wait, now we're.
Didn't they finish the job?
About how Nora soused sniffing cocaine? Huh? Now that we are talking about how Nora stairs.
I think he's trying to type started sniffing.
What's wrong with it?
Oh, when I took painkillers, got my prescribed painkillers. Yeah, no, what happened was I was supposed to take one every hour. I did it for my surgery. For the first week, I took one every hour, but then for the second week, I was barely taking them.
Is that archway melting?
See you later.
It kinda looks like a burning piece
Hopefully
of film.
your tiny computer game.
How Nora should start sniffing cocaine. Oh, Sud. He's about to try to play Sud.
By that spooky film reel, right? Then this
So we're lucky my face was the most swollen it's ever been in my life. I couldn't eat solid food, and I was in the worst pain of my life for 2 weeks. You motherfuckers stop missing single things in your sentence. But yeah, I couldn't eat solid foods either, and it was a fucking disaster. Because I like chewing on my food a lot, so
I like crispy things.
We do.
Yeah. So the whole time I was just drinking soup and mushing up carrots in my tongue.
Yes, sir, but
What I had was that tasted really good. Actually, I got doubled ham and mixed it into my macaroni.
Just do your best. In the meantime,
So little cans of doubled ham, which are like shredded ham mixed with seasonings, and that tasted really good. And
all right, Xishing.
that tasted really good in macaroni.
Stop it now, or I'll
And then I drank like protein drinks for breakfast.
Oh, nice.
I'm not doing
Yeah.
anything.
I know one thing I did is I made these weird vitamin concoctions from like home ingredients, where I mixed together a bunch of shit and made a vitamin-rich water. It tasted absolutely terrible, but it came in handy with helping me heal quicker.
Oh yeah. Like I said, if you want to really get those vitamins, like get a garden, work for vegetables, grind them up.
The reunion of the three
take the juice, drink the juice, water the juice down.
Wait.
Probably water the juice by half, so you're not getting all that sugar, but still getting the vitamins. And then get the pulp, put that in a nut bag, put that in some water, and let that soak overnight in the fridge. And that's gonna any leftover vitamins inside the pulp will then leach into the water.
At least you have protein drinks and like creative foods. I only had cream of chicken soup.
That's a skill issue on your mom's part.
We had a similar
My mother came up with a bunch of ideas like instant mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, and stuff like potted ham or deviled ham.
I've suspected that.
Also, canned chicken that's been mashed up into things. So, like again, by mashing the canned chicken finally into the macaroni.
I should have realized earlier.
I could basically swallow the macaroni without having to chew it if I took small enough bites. Cause I can drink bottles. I can drink a bottle of water without making a sound because I can just open. I remember it always weirded people out as a kid when I did it.
You're really good at gulping things now.
Well, because I would always get thirsty at church, and my dad was always hesitant because he didn't want me making lots of noise drinking from the plastic water bottle. So what I would do is I learned how you can just hold the water bottle straight and then open your throat and let the water slide down.
Yeah, I was making a joke about you not having a gag reflex.
Oh, trust me, I have a gag reflex. I cannot broke the back of my tongue. People thought I was. I was cleaning out the back of my tongue recently with some baking soda, and people thought I was dying. Because my sister was like, "Are you good?"
Someone tried to rape you orally. You think you would die from that?
Like my eyes, I was like, my nose was dripping, my eyes were like bloodshot. It was not good.
God damn. Those fucking painkillers they gave me, I think that was like fucking 500 mg of fucking codeine. That shit would have fucked me up.
Film reel isn't the
Well, out of all the people who would probably, out of all the people I know who would have a 50% chance of orally raping me, it would want to be Raz, and he's not big enough to even trigger the gag reflex.
And me, I'm just too nice for that.
You look at me and your best Carl Benjamin impression, I wouldn't even rape you.
God damn it.
Could it be that the film reel has been out of control since the beginning?
I don't know why with Chinese accents always make you fucking laugh.
The beginning.
Oh yeah, it's like the French accents.
It's funny because you can just hear their bone structure trying way too hard to fucking say English words.
Well, because yeah, your language will affect your face structure.
People have started to suffer from
That's why Asians who only speak English, funnily enough, have really good bone structures.
Oh yeah, no, it's incredible. There's this one. So I was talking about this a few streams ago, maybe like half a year ago. There was a special case of Antique Roadshow where this guy had like he had like a $1,200 to $2,200 vase without knowing it, and then he was able to sell it to a historical society. Oh, it was like a Midwestern white couple. They didn't use that money to finally be able to adopt a child so they could have one naturally. So they adopt a son, and then tragically he dies like 2 years after their son comes home. But like years later, Antique Roadshow does a follow-up where they actually have the wife and son, who's all grown up, come into the museum to see the vase and stuff, and talk about the experience on the wife talks about their experience working on the Antique Roadshow. But no, the son had great facial structure. Because it's funny because the son, it has almond-shaped eyes, and he's Asian and all that kind of stuff. But he looks very different because he's grown up on a complete American diet. So he kind of looks like a linebacker.
Yeah. Fucking, doesn't have the genetics that Chinese people do of being inbred cannibals for thousands of years due to food shortages and bad environments.
Do you hear that noise in the background? I think it's Xi Jinping sending the troops after Boss.
Look. That motherfucker ain't Chinese, nor are the people there Chinese. Taiwan is the true China.
Well, it's hard to figure out what is because China is such a evolving and changing land mass. It's hard to actually figure out what is considered true Chinese ethnicity. Like, aren't the Mongols are the biggest empire of China, so aren't they the true Chinese ethnicity?
I mean, you could make that argument. I mean, the fucking Mongols are responsible for so much in Asia today.
So, like, the Hung, is it pronounced Hung Chinese? Or Ho Chinese?
Fuck, I don't
They have such specific pronunciations that my tongue cannot do. Because they're like a newer group.
It's a good ending for everyone. The big bad finally gets her comeuppance.
The problem with, like I said, my problem with English is the fact that we, our alphabet too simplified. We needed, my main problem is written English. I want to stab in the testicles with bamboo suits. The guys who changed a bunch of letters, who changed a bunch of words when making Oxford Dictionary to be more closer to their Latin counterpart, like det. There's a B sound in det in Latin, but not in English. So they slapped a B in there for just so they look fancy, and I want to strangle them.
And every sinner has a future.
See, gossip.
What garbage.
Yeah.
Some mistakes.
Juan pings us with this because of the YouTube auto mod. Either way, if someone offers me Campbell's cream of chicken soup, I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Well, if we ever meet up, Juan, I will make you a bowl of chicken noodle soup.
But it was my fault. It was my stubbornness.
Look at all those young Asian sluts. You know for a fact they didn't get their career fucking besides on their knees.
Who really, truly cared for me. Toward the cliff.
China *1. They're also on very different age brackets. That picture would have been taken. That picture would have been taken when Quinn Zing would have been around roughly 22, maybe, and Noir would have been in her early 30s. They're like they're like 11 years apart from each other.
That disgust in myself, it wouldn't stop. I looked everywhere for a way to heal it. But then I realized...
Anything ever made me realize someone was a freak more than when I saw a single mother who looked still really fucking good. It was in her 30s at fucking mid to late 30s at the grocery store, and she had her adult daughter with her, and I swear they looked like fucking sisters. Shit was crazy, I tell you.
Yeah, especially when those single mothers have like the kids when like 15, and it was like
so simple.
I know siblings who are the same, who are that age apart.
And now,
crazy shit. I mean, I was contemplating hitting her up and going like, sure, are you down for you and your daughter to be in the same bed with me? Just hear it. But I didn't do it. I don't know.
You're not Hugh Hefner. You don't have the...
I don't have that kind of fucked up myself.
Yeah. Also, you don't have the reputation. Women will do weird things for men with power.
Still claim that I'm not to blame.
Yeah. And I didn't feel like pulling out a gun and being like, listen, you're gonna suck my balls or your daughter sucks my dick, okay?
Okay, so, in the also Wicked book, the Wicked book is darker than the play. But in the book, there's a thing called, there's basically a traveling showman, and he basically gets off on lying to people. So he has this machine that he declared that predicts the future. No, shows the hidden truth with puppets and stuff. And what it does is it shows this farming woman and her daughter basically having sex with another farm man. So they both like tag team him. But what they do is that he has an extra penis on the back next to the spine. So the daughter takes the front penis while the mom takes the back penis.
Okay, then yeah, I remember that. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I need to finish that book. I'm interested. I like the weird like 80s dark take on it.
I will.
The very caustic writing style.
Come on, officers.
Like when they're like, oh, it's clearly a boy. But then, no, you idiot, that's in the umbilical cord, stuff like that. Boss not saying disturbing stuff at challenge. I see yours. I did not realize you're still here, Mabel.
Yeah, I forgot she was here. And again, she's kind of forgettable unless she's asking me for cream.
Oh, don't take those words to heart, Mabel. You're fine. I just thought you went to bed earlier, because I was getting really sleepy earlier, and I didn't know. And I was like dozing off while playing.
For all we know, she probably fell asleep at her desk and then woke up because we were extra loud throughout the segment.
Because what about it would have made more sense? It would have actually made more sense for me to take a nap. To get up here, take a nap instead of doing other stuff, and then turning the stream like at 11:30 instead of just doing work around my room.
Oh, here's a silver lining. You're fucking crashed like a rock.
But yeah.
There's no guarantee that things will play out like.
Well, no, I'm starting to wake up again. That's the thing. It's the thing that happens to me. I start getting really tired and sleepy, and then my brain will snap, and then it'll go back to wide awake. That happened when I went to walk Megapolis. I was passing out, and then my eyes closed for like 5 minutes, and then I woke up, and I was like, oh yeah.
Oh my god, they don't have the fucking smirk emoji? What the fuck, YouTube?
Yes, there are a huge number of evil entities bound within it. And this is probably the most formidable opponent Qiangliang and I have ever faced.
They melt down the film reel and then it becomes high heels.
Oh god.
Protect the honor of my family, or to mimic CO7 either.
Oh boss, I found something. What did you find, Rand?
The special kind of cream? Collins, what are you talking about? We don't want your cream.
He's talking about me and Mabel, because let's be honest, he'd die if he tried. Like, her density of her body would fucking kill him.
But if you're willing to help me, please.
I assume Kaz has thin bones.
I don't know, I just think... I don't know, fucking, there's like, you can tell when a dude probably wouldn't survive. Never mind, I'm too fucking tired to explain this.
Oh, I get it. You're saying that she's like, figured on a bowl of oatmeal.
Yep.
No offense, Mabel.
We mean this, like, because we both also like to have that oatmeal, but, yeah, you know.
No, it's nothing, Steroid. She's happily in a relationship with George, and I'm proud of her for that.
Yeah. Oh, let's see what Raz sent me. Oh my god! I'm sorry, but I have to read this shit. It's too good.
Okay.
I never wanted to breed with anyone more than I want to breed with Fuka Yamagishi. Guys, I'm shaking. I'm fucking shaking. I never wanted to breed with anyone more than I want to Fuka Yamagishi. That perfect curvy body, those bountiful breasts, the childbearing hips of a literal goddess. It honestly fucking hurts knowing that I'll never mate with her, pass my genes through her, and have her birth a set of perfect offspring. I'd do fucking anything for the chance to get Fuka Yamagishi pregnant.
Did he DM you that?
And the fact that I can't is quite honestly too much to fucking bear. Why would Atlas create something so perfect to fucking tantalize us? To fucking laugh in our faces? Honestly, guys, I just fucking can't anymore. Fuck, I just need Fuki Yamaguchi in my life, and oh, now I never will have that? Why live? No, this is from a Facebook post, actually.
Oh. I can see Rad write that.
No,
like, I was a big Fuka fan when I was a teen.
I can tell.
Do they hate that there's one Twitter channel called Boil Pepsi? They'll re-upload like little music videos and post on and stuff, and then they'll put like their, I presume, tranny face in the video, saying they heart like boiled Pepsi.
Yeah, I want to boil their head in some Pepsi.
Free screen. Two more notes, and we're done for night chat. I enjoyed the story. It was a fun event.
It was fun. I didn't really like some things about it, but at the same time, I was like, yeah, this is fun.
I'm gonna need to rewatch it to get that middle part where I was low, because we started talking a lot, and I started like losing the plot because I started focusing more on when we chat than that whole thing. That's the same thing I did with Last Night on Earth, the Free Breeze event. And I feel like there's some pacing could be fixed a bit in this one. I feel like it's a little slow, way too slow in the beginning.
The Chinatown Shuhu Parade drew hundreds as tourists and locals gathered for the Eastern spectacle.
But I do like the climax. I think the climax is done well.
Tourists show the enormous holographic images that were created on site using arcane skills to present a stunning performance of the Chinese folktale Zhang Liang's exorcism.
Oh, white people.
I'm flattered, Juan, but you can't handle me.
It's been deemed a well-organized success, with many promising to attend next year.
She ain't wrong. She ain't the kind of white girl that submits to penis.
One spokesperson said, "It's been wonderful
I feel bad for George. That man must be sore as fuck.
Chinatown is always ready to welcome new friends from both near and far."
He'll just use his ancient Chinese herbal remedies.
In other news, the arcane vigilante Night Piercer,
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow with Mabel telling me George told me to go screw myself because he's Vietnamese.
Night Piercer was
Oh, that'd be fucked up. Okay, well, to be fair, his last name is Chinese, so you were right on the money.
Deputy Chief Eldon of the Division of Arcane Affairs gave...
Wow, I can't believe Mabel dating a guy named George Ching Chong.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
No individual has the right to bypass the law and enact their judgment on others.
I don't know that many stereotypical Chinese names outside of like maybe Kim.
That's more Korean. I think like Wang, Wong, fucking some other shit. I don't know. These fuckers' names all sound the
well,
same
that's
to
the
me.
character me and Marissa came up with. He was a lawyer who moved. He was the person who moved, immigrated over to America, basically, to a fictional country that's based off America. And he's a big Batman fan, so he wanted to legally change his name to Bruce Wayne. But while the train was going by, he was telling the woman how he wanted his name to be pronounced, but she misheard Wayne as Wong. So his name he's like, so Wong? No, Wayne, and so she thinks that his name is Wong Wong. So instead of Bruce Wayne, it's Wong Wong.
Depressing.
Hey,
It's lighter time. I can't handle me, bossy. Searching history, you now know where to start. Mabel depends on what part you're doing. The oatmeal or schizophrenia. Both. George Cleon. Dana, it's not heavy oatmeal. Yeah.
Knock it off. I've been a greengrocer for 20 years.
I think I sign off turned to accepting the oatmeal fucking thought process.
Well, you're using it as a compliment. Basically, chat Mabel, according to Boss, he's a very attractive woman. And so that's a very lucky boyfriend.
Yeah.
So good for that.
What are you staring at me for?
Technically, Mabel, you should be an inspiration for chat.
I'm sure the neighborhood
You two can get a girlfriend if you stalk the local hospitals and bus stops.
At the parade. I'm sure that you will be just as capable at them. You're gonna have to
come in handy, chat.
Mr. Wan, you're strong, healthy, and have a natural talent for arcane skills. With a little training, I'm sure you'll become an outstanding officer. There's a lot that goes into being an officer, but I believe what matters most is the heart to pursue justice and the courage to protect
I need to play Darkseid on, I think that's what it's called. The, HR Geiger game.
Consider applying for the position.
It's a really fucking funny one.
Yeah, I remember watching a walkthrough of it years ago as a kid.
I'll think about it.
Thank you so much, young lady.
I forgot part about it, just the fucking thing bursting out of his head.
Oh yeah, and then like they have like a gun to suit him. Because that chin drops, you have the
point, madam. I was only doing my job.
It kind of compresses her face a bit.
And I didn't do it alone.
It makes it like kind of look like a cute, cute little toy.
Yeah.
Well, that's that. No more cursed film crazies. Almost all the victims have recovered.
Oh lord, I could have had all that if Nora and Mabel grew me sooner. Bro, you wouldn't have had all that. I would have gotten to that first. Don't be tripping.
Still around. But they should be out of here.
Why are you the first person who wanted me to groom you? Because Kumi also was like that. Kumi gets a saying, bro, can you adopt me?
Yeah.
What's it called again?
I'm like, I'm not looking to recreate Anna Green Gables.
Yeah, I fucking see a white girl with fat ass like.
Also, Faz, you couldn't handle. According to everything Boss has said and my experience with Mabel, you couldn't handle all that woman.
Those crooks who were taught by a thing or two
I'd be fighting for my fucking life if I was banging her.
No, I'm talking about the dating her. I don't know about the dating her in general. She's too much woman for you.
Damn, Daddy, my skills to handle.
That's a blessing.
He needs to refine his lady skills before he can handle a woman like that. That's like. That's like handing a kid his first video game being Dark Souls.
Well,
I mean, or like
Bloodborne.
Like they're gonna learn. Like he'll learn. Like a kid will learn if that's the only game they have to play. But it's gonna be a painful ride.
Always comes out in Arcanist criminals.
Pain and suffering builds character. Well, yes, I understand.
It's a waste of time.
Okay, so basically, don't look for your future wife at the gym or bars. Look for her at a mental hospital. Yeah,
now you're getting it.
A woman at a gym or a bar is a whore. You see the hoes that go into gyms nowadays? They're going in and being all extra just to get a guy to fuck. They don't care about working out or improving themselves. Bars? Oh, they're there to fuck all the time. Come on now. We should be calling them bar bunnies most of the time.
Okay, so places to go: mental hospital, farmers market, and grocery store. If you find a woman, if you find the same woman who goes to all of there, you're lucky. You won the lottery.
Or it's my personal favorite, the homeless woman that's decent looking.
So nothing from Xiang Liang?
Yeah, there'll be trash in her vagina, but, just work on it.
Well, technically, you can pretty woman her up, take her to, be rich enough to have a second house or a hotel room, take her up, clean her up.
All the ghosts that were attracted by that film reel.
Yeah.
I felt good the economy was back in the day when poor people could have second wives. Like secret families that they help financially support.
I mean, the Chinatown food store on a Saturday night.
Remember what they took from you, Chet?
Imagine
how pissed off I would be if I was the wife finding out that my husband had a second was having an affair with another woman, like not only a physical affair, but they're probably having sex even after the child's born, and you only see them like once in a blue moon. But a long-term emotional affair, because women hate long-term emotional affairs more than they do quick physical affairs.
Yeah.
The vice versa for men. They don't like they hate quick sexual affairs more than they do long-term emotional affairs.
Fascinating.
Well, it's obvious cause because I'm me.
It bore everything, all alone.
You're not talking about oatmeal rats.
Why did it go to such lengths to help me?
Jay was right about rat trying to malphrase me.
I'm its Junzi.
Look, if I can handle Silent Hill, I can handle a woman like that. I've only played 2 and it doesn't fucking exist. Rumors of politicians took my second wife. Yes, chat. You could have had more than one wife.
Had been by my side since I was 6. But I always
I don't always find it weird how women would be like, "Oh, you can fuck other girls, just don't kiss her on the lips or anything like that." Like they're fine with being balls deep and busting in there, but like, no, I can't kiss or look them in the eyes when fucking.
Well, that's because that's part of the emotional affair aspect.
I've probably lost the opportunity.
Because if you're just using her as a whole, like a sex doll, they're like to get like some kind of like edge off of you. They're like, okay, fine, I'm not happy about it, but you're doing that because it means nothing to you outside of just a hole for you to use. Where if you're like looking at her in the eyes and kissing her, you're trying to see her more like a person and more like an emotional affair. And emotional affairs are bad because, like I said, you can just screw any random hoe and leave her pump and dump. But like for when you have an emotional affair with, you give them stuff.
Legendary beasts that's existed for ages. No way it bit the dust just like that.
Harems are dumb, Raz. They're not emotionally stable for children or your mental state for anybody involved.
As much as I'd love to say yes to polyamory, it's unfortunately usually ends not very happily.
After Rod, unfortunately, I see what you look like. The only kind of harem you can get will be either Georgia inbreds or ghetto black girls looking for a better life that are also slightly inbred because there's a lot of incest in black culture.
That point just get a flashlight. Yeah, but listen, the cognitive dissonance of people that cheat, they're not smart. They can't look past that to just get a sex toy.
Of course I don't. Just call me Liao.
What you need to do, this is what you do, Raz. What you must do is you must collect 7 Fumos, or other pussies akin to them. Set them up in a circle during a blood moon, and then pour them in gasoline, and then light them on fire. While you do that, you need to throw that back, gangster style, to summon the hose.
You've done an awesome job.
You gotta be a real rock and roll gangster there.
Like, if you ain't covered in baby oil and twerking that chair, you ain't getting your girls.
Thank you. That's very kind. What brings you here?
Deputy Chief Eldon, of course. Who else? Foundation staff have arrived. They're gonna take over Chi Xing's interrogation and everything. They're gonna take the film reel back to their headquarters, too. But your request has been approved.
Yeah, the mindsets of people that willingly let their partners have affairs is fascinating.
Well, it's a level of insecurity. Like,
psychologist, yeah.
They don't want to leave. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. If I was a psychologist, that'd be something I really would look into a lot. Just like watch a family where like the dude watches his wife fuck other dudes, and vice versa, with a lady who watches her husband just absolutely slay other women in the bedroom. Because it's fascinating. Because I'm seeing probably one of the best examples of cognitive dissonance in my life right here in front of me.
So we're excluding swingers from this conversation of psychology, correct?
Yeah, no swingers. Like, people who are begrudgingly agreeing to this because they're afraid of the relationship collapsing.
Yeah, and we'll also remove cuck porn people. Like, people who are, like, so clearly we've all kind of got the data where they go into wanting to be in the cuck.
Didn't you see something on TV about?
But no, it's a level. It's a fear of being left alone, of being left by yourself. It's people pleasing mentality taken to the extreme.
Hey, It's
power play. Sometimes what happens is you can wrong your partner, and then they'll be like, well, you wronged me, now I'm going to wrong you, and because you feel bad about how you wronged them in the past, you're willing to let them escalate how badly they wronged you. No, how badly they will wrong you, even though, no two wrongs make a right kind of mindset. She's a snapped ways.
Examination, we've determined that the film reel no longer possesses the ability to twist reality. It was our negligence
fucking Another Life, I probably did do a report on that, and there's like a fucking famous study and paper where I go over the power dynamics of a fucking wife holding her husband's hand as she's getting just fucking pounded.
Well, it depends on when you wrote it. If you wrote it in the early 2000s, it would not be that well. It would just be buried in some vault, because people just don't care about reading about that stuff at the time. If you wrote it in the 2010s, you would have been ostracized. Either way, you would have had a bunch of internet weirdos praise you in the 2022.
Yeah, the 2020s.
Yeah, 2020s.
Fucking people were like, this man was a visionary who understood the issues of society and monogamy.
Yeah.
Therefore, we will completely ignore the actual point of the study and instead champion polygamy as a better alternative.
Thank you for helping me stop Odesee, and for
No, well, as you say that the alternative is swingers. Because that's how they people do these things.
Promise?
Yeah, fucking hell.
Because outside of the empirical data, with the data we have on monogamous couples. Because I'm like, if both parties are pro it, then and both parties are getting their own. Because like I said, the problem with swingers is the fact that they clearly don't love each other as much as they say they do, because they allow, they go and cheat and allow other people. Well, cheat in the context of it being a marriage, they cheat even if it's consensual cheating.
And to make a better film, I need a team around me. What matters most is the people who make the film.
Yeah, I don't want to delete my flashlight
Let's see.
now. Fuck.
Glow in the community live something. Listen, yours. It's the luckiest chink in the world. For him getting all that.
Maybe I should hire a good lawyer for Odesee. They can probably secure a shorter sentence. When she's free again, both physically and mentally, perhaps we can make a movie together, just like old times.
Are you sure?
Fuck did you send me, Raz?
Miss Noah.
I don't even understand it. I don't know. He was saying that she's the luckiest man alive. George's the luckiest man alive. Chink alive.
Hold on. Look at the. Hold on. Let me send it to you. Actually,
I'm certain we can make movies. Speaking of which, you'd make an excellent addition to my crew, Miss Liang. Don't hesitate to contact me if you reconsider your career choice.
Where are you sending it?
Yeah, I'm gonna delete it after you see it, though.
Oh my goodness, Raz, if only you knew. If only you knew of the conversation we had earlier today.
For the time being.
Oh yeah.
I look forward to seeing what you
Oh my goodness, if only that speedboat said Bazinga.
Oh, that'd be so fucking perfect.
Yeah, Bazinga, but specifically with upside down, the Spanish exclamation points. So she's not even watching the actual original dub of Big Bang Theory, but the Spanish one.
Miss Scott just regained consciousness. She wanted to visit her.
I know what I'd change with this picture. I'd have her just like, like those that Wojak of like the fucking seething crying underneath the veil of smugness.
Yeah.
I'd have her making that where she fucking looks like she doesn't care, but then there's a at the top right corner, fucking there's a. Or not even that. I make it to where there's just the opacity is lower, so it's kind of translucent. Of a close up of her face where she's just fucking screaming and crying.
Yeah.
But who is the player who plays the same?
Just utter devastation.
They are still a mystery, watching us from the shadows.
Also, I don't know, whoever did this art, man, they really did not put any effort into Yu's body. God damn, he just looks like a plank there.
Well, it might be like the guy who made Ghost in the Shell. Like, I'm not a strong man, but.
I'm sure the vigils will put a stop to it.
I'm not talking about the ass, I'm talking about the body shape. Because men are shaped like inverted triangles.
Yeah. woman
He's
or
fucking
hourglass.
more. He looks more like a fucking just a washboard. He's got no curvature.
You and your washboard ass.
Asses in the screening room. We're
God
all waiting for you.
Boss, she is just waiting her turn. Yeah, sure she is.
Sure she is.
Nothing's more important
And
than
then
She won't be holding my hand like that.
Let's go.
I can guarantee that Raz is jerking off to this picture as we speak.
I wouldn't be surprised. I know in my years I'd be busting hot nuts to this too. I think like, oh, I gotta get girls to do this with me.
What you need to do is you need to find the 2 crackhead lesbians. Your age. Well, they won't be crackheads yet, they'll be weed lesbians. You're 18, you're gonna find a bunch of them your age. And then you're gonna blow your brains out when you realize just how annoying weed lesbians are.
Yeah, you gotta get them really drunk, so because they're somehow more tolerable when fucking drunk.
The only thing is, will you be tolerable when you're drunk, Raz? No, you will not be. You'll start boring them with information about planes and Navy ships.
Yeah, you gotta be supportive of her sister wife. I don't know. They could do better than each other, really. If they really were lesbians, they'd be fucking awful for each other.
Oh, they would.
Because, first off, there's resentment boiling underneath the both of them.
Well, what the
second of, yeah. Fucking in the hell, second of all, goddamn fucking... Like, there's no worse relationship, especially in that kind of alternative lifestyle, than a high school sweetheart. Because women are less loyal than men. So, either Chie or Yukiko, either one of them is going to come home to the other one with, A, 2 other women in the bed with them, or 2 other guys in the bed with them. In worst case scenario, the dog is probably there too.
Oh dear lord. And the boss.
Yeah. Fucking Yosuke's in there too, fuck it.
Like you said you wanted a raise.
God damn. Then again, you know what they say about 9 out of 10 lesbian relationships, yeah. Fucking get ready to tell the faithful lesbian couple that one of them has syphilis and the other is pregnant.
But no, the problem with lesbians is the fact that they get monogamous way too quickly. So that's why they're called U-Haul lesbians. Because they'll just completely move in. And then they'll live there for a while. Their actual personalities will collapse. And then they'll leave, separate. And then they'll find a way to get all their stuff back that's like staff related.
And a right at the next.
Forward.
I think I only know two lesbians at one point in my life that were actually successful. But it ended with one of them dying from fucking some illness I forgot about. And then the other one just blew her brains out because of that, because they made some sort of death pact.
That's odd.
Were they by chance fans of Tumblr?
2 days ago.
No, they didn't use Tumblr. They used fucking... No, you wanna know something horrific?
Yeah.
They were Pinterest and 4chan lesbians.
Ah. Now, were they both Pinterest and 4chan, or was one Pinterest and the other 4chan?
Both for both.
That's gonna cause some mental instability. Some very fascinating mental instability.
Fucking, I know for a fact they reposted green text on goddamn Pinterest from time to time.
You're right. But yesterday's medical report showed some concerning...
If they were doing, since they're doing both the combo, you know, they definitely took dick.
Probably nothing serious.
Oh yeah.
So we should conduct a clinical check.
They experimented in the early days of the relationship, and they're like, "Oh god, baby, I didn't mean to do that. He got me drunk, and I thought I could trust him."
It's like, oh, we may call the police. No, maybe not about that. Maybe I need to go give him a stern talking to Friday night. Don't wait up. Well, I know, because like I said, we all know about, Amberlynn Reed and how, One of the U-Haul lesbians she had to wipe her own butt because she couldn't clean herself because she was so fat.
What's wrong?
I know the really fat chicks are also kind of weird. Like, I know people who are, like, guys who are really super fat chicks, and I'm like, there's definitely this weird Freudian aspect to it. There has to be.
That or their just black mindset was.
See, new review, then again, that's what they said about 10 times lesbian relationship. Wives.
I'm not the dog.
Who are you?
But if a chick brought me into her bedroom and she had a fucking dog there, it's like, okay, the two of you can have me. Like, oh, I'm jumping out the fucking window. I don't even care if it's open or not.
It's not just black men. Like I said, they like fat chicks. I know white guys who like really big fat chicks, but I think it had to do with. Well, also Muslims also like fat chicks because the ideal wife is a fat wife who lays in bed all day and can't do anything but doesn't do anything but have sex with you. Well, you have a spare wife to do all the cleaning.
Sometimes I do want to dog on people for that kind of thing. I do it with fat chicks, but if it's like a short dude and a tall chick, I'm not going to be an asshole, but
Well, yeah.
you can't help it.
Well, yeah, but no, when you're seeking a woman because he's fat, and you fetishize, again, her being fat, it's like, okay, but that's not a, especially when it's an overweight one, like, that's not healthy.
Something wrong with the object you bought?
Like, you're actually fetishizing the thing that's going to kill her.
No, it is perfect.
It's like fetishizing meth heads.
It was my honor to serve you, madam. And I must say,
that's
you had
fucked up
incredible
teeth.
foresight.
Yeah.
The visuals caught me, but they couldn't get any useful information because
It is really funny that all short dudes and tall chicks always end up together sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, but you needn't worry.
No, I've seen it firsthand. My fucking, my sister's husband is shorter than her.
See, that was always a turn off for my dad. My dad was saying he would never date a woman who's taller than him. For me, like, I don't care.
Yeah, I think it's just genetic and instinctual for short guys that go after taller chicks.
Oh, yeah.
She...
Well, I know, like I said, I actually would not like a chick who's smaller than me. I mean, in fact, I'm already small.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, if we're getting smaller, we're getting to mid-dwarf territory.
She would have already discovered me herself. She will find me when she's ready.
Even as a tall guy, I love me a big bitch.
Yeah, you're not those guys who are like, oh, I need a small woman to make me feel better, more masculine or more virile.
I think the taller she is, the more she can love.
Yeah.
I dated a chick who's 7'3".
What was I doing again?
I am contacting you.
Wow, you finally understand what it's like to be towered over.
Yeah. Okay, well, to be fair, I do know what that's like, because every other man in my family's taller than me.
No, but okay, talking about a woman.
Oh,
in fact,
yeah.
but are you really being towered over, though? Because, like...
Well, not really, because they're only, like, fucking 6', 4, and 5, respectively.
Yeah, that's like 2 to 3 inches taller than you.
Yeah, but yeah, being towered over by that shit would be hilarious. Like, the fucking wedding photos would just be, like, hunched over trying to be next to me in it.
I know. But you would tower over me, being the fact that you're over almost a foot taller than me. Where Carol, is she 5'11" or 5'9"?
Wait.
5'11".
Yeah, she's also going to tower over me by a good 8 inches.
Could hold you like if you were a son.
I'm too fat for that. I remember you said I remember your friend to give you a piggyback run. Like, I'm too fat, I'll break your back.
Oh well, no, there's still time to lose the weight.
I know.
Run fast, that's for sure. Looks like this fish is bigger than we thought. Have you figured out what happened to the 2 officers?
See, I knew about this character, but I didn't realize this character actually looks like one of Moore's friends that was about to die in the fire.
They're under some kind of hypnosis. Caster's no amateur either. Arcane fluctuations are impossible to trace.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Like, but yeah, no.
Not bad.
Let's see. I think they only go for the tall woman.
Scott was the culprit,
Stigma or
but
something
you
like that.
had to use her as bait to reel in the fish hiding in the darkness.
Yeah, I do think the ooh being kind of thing, though. I think some of it, like I said, I think that's. I do think the constant need for the people who are super hardcore ooh beings do come from people who do have minor to major body insecurity of themselves.
Right here in the city. We should have had
Knowing that one guy who's super, I know that's super big into ooh beings, fears having ED,
I can't wait to see her
and looks into stuff like that. I feel like he probably does that. He's into the super ooh beings, so you know, like I said, look more virile next to them.
Defending me? There's nothing to defend.
That's a really good outfit.
If we told her about our plan, she would have started acting differently and spooked our fish.
Looks like she's about to hit up her favorite Eyes Wide Shut party.
And the LAPD
She's like, Eyes Wide Shut? This is America, we got a Diddy.
And she's proven that she can.
And then we pretend we never did.
The version of Arcane Affairs seems to adore her. So I'm sure
that nigga Sean Combs doesn't understand kinky sex parties, okay? He only knows about shagging little boys and that's it.
See? How considerate I am.
He's not talented like me and able to take all kinds of loads from hundreds of different men at the parties.
Irresponsible monster.
She's that woman who did has sex with 1,000 men.
Thinking about that disgusted me.
Oh yeah, I know.
Don't give me that look.
There's
anyway.
There's these times where a woman will do something so fucking foul that I'm just like, why did we ever trust your fucking gender to do anything?
Our big fish got away. Yes, but just confirming that a fish this big exists has already made this worth our time. Now, back to the stolen arcane items. There are 5 in total.
I saw this video of the 7-foot guy. He was like 7'1". He finally was able to get a bed that his feet didn't dangle off of because they had to be stuck to him because it was giant. It was like 7.5 feet long.
Not Bob.
Just so he can lay in there properly. But I'm like, it's funny because him and his wife have a normal height ratio because his wife is in her.
I don't think so.
Is 6 foot something. So it'd be funny with all the cameras, like people hiding those things.
Items did cause a few problems.
What am I talking about?
I don't see any common thread between the incidents they caused.
Bed being...
Oh yeah, bed. Yeah. I started thinking about ball pits. That's why I started talking about hidden camera. I was thinking about animals and ball pits playing around. Yeah, no, the height ratio between the husband and wife looked normal because she's also in 6 feet. So it would be really funny to think of her. What if you look like next to a normal woman, a woman with normal height?
They probably only need 1.
Because like I said, because she's already tall, super tall for her, right? For her, you know, for being a woman, and he's tall for being a man. They kind of balance each other out. But then when you bring him down to earth, obviously he's bigger than her.
Well, out of the 3, which one is...
Never be in the Bill Cosby allegations. Okay, first off, I don't give women quaaludes and get them drunk, okay?
Well, see, the difference between Voss and Bill Cosby is Bill Cosby gets drunk and takes quaaludes with a bunch of women and have sex with them during the 80s. Voss just threatens women with guns and leaves them high and dry.
Yeah. Take their wallets too so I can go buy quaaludes and do it by myself, okay? I don't need no bitch leeching off of my high.
Among the Foundation's elites. Someone with
oh god, you didn't.
To the Arcanum containment.
You said do it by myself, and my mind was like, oh, you're on drugs. You're gonna be like that one black guy who was doing in the back of the car.
Our fish doesn't wear the black one.
Yeah, it's like, getting a noise.
Huh? So you're saying there's someone behind all this?
I put the ice hot on my dick and now it's burning.
And somehow has the means to steal from the Foundation. There's just no way.
The stolen items would probably go to the Manus eventually.
Huh.
But I have a hunch that our wily fish isn't totally on their side. Manus Vindictae obviously considered the succubus a valuable asset before she got away, right?
Succubus.
So if
Oh, we're gonna hit
was
that
a
sack
diehard
now.
loyalist,
Everyone enjoy.
they would have delivered
I'm gonna hit the sack now. Okay, never mind. I thought I read that completely wrong.
all over the place.
Good night,
I
April.
can tell.
While our
Cause like,
fish
Yeah,
was
wait, what? Like that's a weird way to word it. Like, why are you telling me this? Why are you telling us this in VC? On chat, not VC.
their own agenda.
Well, good night, Mabel. Have a good one. The chapter's almost over. I'm gonna hit the 8 after this chapter ends.
Same. Fucking.
Cause I'm gonna have to rewatch parts of this event because I enjoyed the event that I remember of it. But again, I did with last night. That's what I did with last evening on Earth.
Not bad at all.
Only me, you could take, let's see, 7 hours to do this event, but then again, it took about 7 hours for the other guy. It took about 6.5 hours for the Chinese guy to do the event, but he was translating stuff. Oh, come on, that's on purpose. 1,000 off what I need to have to beat this. So grab that. No, I don't need it tonight. I'm going to bed. It's been real chat. It's been nice. It's been fun.
Yeah, good night, chat. I hope you all have a nice night, and we'll see you on Sunday. Or I'll see you on Sunday for something.
Oh, you're streaming Sunday?
Probably not. It just depends if I have the inspiration for something, but I don't know, it could just be us watching shit in Discord.
Yeah, we might be if you're into if you're one of the real ones, we'll probably be watching the Medicare stream.
Yes.
While playing Minecraft. So good night.
Night, 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 night.
I've been living life like it's a movie I don't wanna watch. Can we just cut right to the montage? Skip ahead a month or two, and I thought I would be better, but I'm not. This movie sucks. I guess when I'm dead, it's just the ending that I get. No riding through the sunset, there's no bloopers at the end. So I'll just bide my time and try my luck, nod and smile and bite my tongue again. Why do I keep trying to make the plot make sense? My life is a movie I don't wanna watch. A homemade horror flick on VHS. Why pretend that anybody gets a sequel and a happy ever after? Getting tired, so annoyed I'm even trying. You can guess who's dying next, but I'm just waiting for the plot twist. If I'm honest, I forgot who's the bad guy and who's not. I guess it just depends who's even watching. This thing sucks. My life is a movie I don't wanna watch. A homemade horror flick on VHS. Why pretend that anybody gets a sequel and a happy ever after? I'm a low-budget disaster made with ketchup, blood, plastic girls when it's said and done. I guess when I'm dead, it's just the ending that I get. No riding to the sunset, there's no bloopers at the end. So I'll just bide my time and try my luck, nod and smile